working. Hopefully I could maybe even bump that up in the future.
When those rankings do come out, do the guys looking at that, do you see that? Do you get anything from the locker room, from the boys telling you anything?
Yeah, a couple of guys, T came up to me, said he noticed that, and just to keep working, everything will pan out.
What's it like to have guys like that, like Taylor, someone who's gone through the draft and in NHL training camps, and to have somebody to lean on and maybe talk to and learn about things like that, especially for a first-year guy and it being your draft year?
Yeah, it definitely helps out a lot. He definitely brings a lot of experience to the locker room. Definitely helps us out, and he goes on experience and tells us what we could do to be the best that we can and to have success in the future.
And I know you've played a little bit with him, even on his line, and now on that first power play unit. What is it about being out there on groupings like that with guys? What can you take from them, watching them and playing with them on the ice?
It definitely gives you a lot of more confidence with the puck. Just with guys like that on the ice, they definitely make you a lot of better player when they're on the ice with you, and definitely helps out a lot, and you can learn a lot from them.
Now, we've seen you on the power play out in front of the net, and the last goal you scored there in Flint, a little deflection standing in front. You're not the biggest guy, but what's it like being in front of the net, one of those net front presence guys? Is it difficult being a little smaller stature than what you kind of imagine as the dude that's going to be in front of the goalie?
Yeah, definitely is a little bit different role than I'm used to, but I don't mind it. I like it. Definitely being out there helps out a lot, and as you said, in Flint, it worked out. And but when you're there, you're battling with some of the bigger defenders. It's definitely tough, but fun at the same time.
Now, the last time out for you guys, I know you snapped the streak, the losing skid on the road against the Flint Firebirds, but a rough outing against the Saginaw Spirit. How do you guys bounce back and get back to maybe that game that had a lot of praise from Chris Hartsburg, your head coach, after the game against Flint?
I think we just got to keep working. We got to come out ready to work every shift and keep our legs moving, and everything will be good.
Ottawa 67's, they beat you guys last time around. It was up in Ottawa. Their home opener is 6-3, the final. You guys you must feel a little more prepared this time. You've seen them once, and now they come to your rink. What's going to be different about this game than the last time out?
Honestly, I don't think we got to change much in our game. Just as I said, we got to be ready to compete and battle hard every shift, win battles, and I think if we do that, we'll be good.
All right, Max, thanks for this, and have fun here tonight against Ottawa.
Thanks.
That's Max Golod of the Erie Otters. Face-Off is next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Lissa was diagnosed with breast cancer at Allegheny Health Network when she was only 27.
One of my nurses dropped me off at my door, sent me a text and said, "You don't need to come outside. There's food for you and your husband outside." And it was like, who does that? Like, that is beyond the level of care that is even required. Anytime I would have like a moment of panic or something wasn't going right, I'd call and they would call me back right away. If they didn't answer right away, it was always my nurse that I would talk to, and she would get an answer for me immediately.
Since 2016, Lissa is cancer-free. Caring for all of her life is living proof. Erie's top-rated hospital for women's health is St. Vincent of Allegheny Health Network. Visit ahn.org/allofherlife to learn more or schedule an appointment. Claim based on Quantro's 2017 CareCheck's National Quality Rating Database.
The Titan truck. It's built in America, and it has America's best truck warranty. 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper. So if you want a powerful, full-size truck covered for the long haul, or just for the sheer fun of driving it, stop in to see the Nissan Titan. Now, $7,000 off its MSRP or 0% financing for 72 months. And in northwestern Pennsylvania, it's only at Interstate Nissan.
2 or more available at this price. VIN HN 537-816 or with approved Tier 1 and NAC credit.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where tonight the Ontario Hockey League presents the Erie Otters, hosting the Ottawa 67's. Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron Cooney, and a happy Thanksgiving to you here for all of our American fans, and welcome into Erie, Pennsylvania. The Otters and the 67's for the final time this season. Where the Erie Otters helped open up the 50th season of hockey for the Ottawa 67's in their home opener back in September. And it was the 67's with the victory that afternoon. 6-3 that final. Back on September the 24th. Their first victory against the Erie Otters in 5 years. The Ottawa 67's. But here, we're back to action to begin the opening face-off. And we are underway on the annual Thanksgiving Day game here in Erie, PA. And it's moved ahead by Kevin Ball, be drifted onto the far side corner. Otters after it as we get into action. And Sambrook tucks it on the near side for Alex Gritz. Reunited with this line that they started the season with. Gritz, Fellows, Gurney. As Fellows carries down left wing side at the corner. And inside Ottawa territory. Flipped onto the near side. Grabbed by Sasha Shimoleski. Popped off his stick, does. An odd bounce, and Gurney has it in the offensive zone with a backhand shot right to the goal mouth. No harm there. Gurney picks it up along the far boards. Chips it back down low towards the goal and just over the stick of Patrick Fellows down to the near side, where Travis Barron will pick it up and move it out ahead to center ice. Settled by Taylor Radish just on here in the first minute from this afternoon's game. And out ahead is Sambrook. On for Lodnia. This top line on for the Otters. Taylor Radish right wing side. Wrist shot wide and off the end boards. The Otters hock it in. Ivan Lodnia sneaks one through Cedric Andre from the near side post, and the Otters take the 1-0 lead a minute and 3 seconds in. On the replay, the Otters, it was a long-range shot that trickled wide off his skate and off the end boards, and Ivan Lodny just throw it to the net. Good things happen. And it sneaks through the goaltender, and the Otters take an early 1-0 lead. And Hedrick will send it up the near side. That goes off the blade of Taylor Radish and into the zone. The Otters, again, working after it here in the offensive zone. It's Taylor Radish. Bounce it out to the front off a stick. As the net comes off its moorings here, the Otters still get a shot away. And finally, the whistle sounds. And we'll get the that there it is. Yeah, it came off. It was off for a little bit before the officiating crew were able to notice and flag it down. And appears we're all good now. That is our officiating crew, brought to you by Visual Options. Today's referees, Mike Cairns, Ryan Harrison, the linesman Kevin Hastings, and Ryan Holmstead. Back to action as Garrett Podubny back after it. Played on the near side corner, poked around and moved forward and just down to center ice by Mitchell Holscher, and down the other way as wiping out was Quinn Ewell towards the end boards. The Otters a little poke check on him, and now stick handling in some traffic is Max Gola to get it out of his own end. And out ahead to center ice, tossed in by Podubny. Swept onto the near side. Erie in it after on the offensive zone from the near side circle. Left onto the corner, pushed ahead. Here's Holscher. Garrett Podubny slides it right back down through some midair. Dropped down by Noel Hoffenmeyer. And holding behind the net, they wait with changes on both sides. Wheel out right wing side. Otters with the opening tally here tonight. And when they score first, 8-3, 1-0 on the season. Tossed in, but picked up. Look out, Clark steals it. Wrist shot. Kicked away by Troy Timpano. And they get it right back. That's Graham Clark. Centering pass. Nobody home. As Jack Duff takes over. Moves it to his partner, Curtis Henry. A little bit of room behind the net. And looking for the breakout pass. Lodnia, the opening tally at 1:03. Here to start the Thanksgiving Day game. The Otters have won 4 straight Thanksgiving Day games here from the Erie Insurance Arena. And back behind the net, goaltender Cedric Andre playing it up the near side. Flipped up out ahead, and this will go bouncing along the blue line and pushed forward by Oliver True. And the Otters give right back to the Ottawa blue line. And they'll wind it up near side. Tossed in by Hudson Wilson to the far corner of the Otters zone. Shimilevsky chasing after it. Bounce around, back behind the net. Shimilevsky trickling it on the paddle of Troy Timpano, where he blockers it away and shrugs it up near side to be taken by Gurney. He was lined up by Ball, able to duck and avoid part of that collision as he dumped the puck in, and Gritz is going to find it behind the net. Turns it out towards the front, and it's intercepted by Barry on the defensive effort. And he flips it on ahead for Shimilevsky. Knocked it in midair by Sambrook, and Erie prods it back on towards center ice. You're almost 4 minutes into action from the Erie Insurance Arena. 1-0 Otters. As Ball sends it on the right wing side. On for Clark on a backhand try. It's stopped by Timpano, who holds on. A nice little pass to get into the offensive zone. And Cody Clark heading to the backhand. Partially deflected as the Otters were able to recover and make the stop. Was Troy Timpano. Erie all time on Thanksgiving Day games. It's a tradition here in Erie as a 67's win this shot from the point as Ball has it blocked away and back behind the Erie goal. Now on near corner, Lodnia taken away for a second by Ottawa as they pushed it up the wall. Erie cuts it off, and here comes Sambrook leading the march left wing side. Looking to go to the front of the net for Taylor Radish. Gets the tip on goal. Save made. The rebound knocked far side. Radish after it. Pushed out towards the circles, nearly taken away by Ivan Lodnia, but it's off the stick of Austin Keating, and he fires it out to center ice. And trickles on down towards the Otters circles, and they'll move it ahead. There's an open Ivan Lodnia. Right wing side, drop pass, Radish back to Lodnia. Got another trailer, and Kyle Maximovich. They leave it on to the man just on. Here's Hedrick, walks in. Wrist shot just sails wide on the blocker side. The Otters have it roll away and on to center ice. Here comes Ottawa. Fell over well ahead of the play. It was Carter Robertson, and that'll bring a halt in action here offside Ottawa. 15:23 to go. Poked into the Otters zone. Ottawa chases after it behind the net. And Garrett Podubny able to dig it out and move it on for Cade Robinson down the right wing side. Flips one towards the net wide, and Wayman will hold in from the left point. Drills it down low. Garrett Podubny there. Tied up as he tried the center. And that's deflected away and taking off is Ottawa. Moving out ahead. Quinn Ewell at 6'5", 195 pounds. Dumps it in on the back end, and Timpano, he'll play it there. Lots of time. Timpano waits and chips it onto the near corner. It's going to be gathered in by Owen Hedrick. Hedrick trying to play it up the near side. It's taken away by Mitchell Holscher. And left back down low. Grabbed by Sam Bitton. Turns into the far side corner. Erie territory. Out ahead to the blue line. Couldn't hold in. It skips over the stick of Kevin Paul. And on down ice. Be moved here to the near side by the goaltender, and Paul carries the mail ahead. Lofted out towards center ice. Just missed on that pass as Curtis Henry digs it out of the wall. Gives up to Emmett Sproul. Skips off his stick. And floated right back in by Ottawa here. Almost 6 minutes off the clock in the first period. The Otters lead 1-0. Joe Mack able to poke it around one man, but it comes back to Jack Duff, who slides it for his deep partner Henry in the left circle. D-to-D again, and here's Duff. Reels in behind his own net. Little refuge back there as Ottawa watches, and Duff moves it on a right wing for Joe Mack. Comes right back to Duff instead, and keeps rolling out to center ice here and into the offensive zone. Duff comes across, knocked down by Ball, and off go the Ottawa 67's. Down left wing side, True. They call for it. Pass on across into the skates, and it comes out to the Blue Liners. They stop, hold, twisting on towards the goal, bouncing in front. True trying to finish it off, and the Otters, Jack Duff, knocks it onto the near side. So here's True one more time. Sharp angle try. That kicks off of the, and deflected out of play, they'll say, and came back in. No netting behind that east end side. And it came back in play. Whistled down by the linesman who caught that. And the faceoff comes to the left of Troy Timpano. Travis Barron tied up by Patrick Fellows. Left on far side. Fellows takes a tumble down to the ice. But the puck does squirt out loose. It'll be thrown right back in from center ice by Ottawa. Chipped there by Troy Timpano. You can tell when he's feeling confident, and he's playing that puck a lot. He's already done that here for the first 7 minutes when he's had the opportunity in this first period. The Otters shuffle it on down low. Patrick Fellows, 3 goals in his last 3 games. Plays it on for Jordan Sambrook. Nudges it back down low. Cut off and a tie-up with Fellows and Wilson. And it's lofted out to center ice on the ladle by Clark. And it's going to be picked up on right wing side by Travis Barron towards the Otter zone. Trying to cut in front. Turns and fires. Pad stop made the rebound. Right to the circle. And the Otters able to get back and move it on towards neutral ice. Gurney floats it off the window and on down the near side corner. Picked up by Peter Stratus. As he wipes out. It's tied up by Kyle Maximovich, who has the puck in the offensive zone. Pass just off the mark for Ivan Lodnia. Hedrick will set it up for Taylor Radish. And inside Erie territory. 7.5 minutes off the clock. Here first period. Taylor Radish trickling one into the zone, right wing side. Has it from the circle. Wrist shot. Maps stop by Andre. And on the near side, Erie leaves it up for Hedrick. His slapper goes wide. And Erie pokes it. Still holding in was Wayman. Back to Hedrick at the blue line. Near side, Kyle Maximovich. Holds from the circle. Floats it on for Wayman. Trying to stick handle in, and it's poked away. And Felleber takes off. The speedster hit a couple of goals against the Erie Otters. Launches one just wide on the shot. Those coming against in the home opener back in September for the Ottawa 67's. Keating, he had a hat trick that game as well, Austin Keating. As Fogut plays it off his skate back behind the Erie goal. Wayman will loft it out to center ice, and it's just jumps over the stick of Carter Robertson and gets in deep for Erie into the 67 zone, but Hoffenmeyer's going to scoop it up and take it the other way. Flying down the ice, leaves it on in front, rolling puck, and the Otters able to knife it away on the defensive part of Owen Hedrick, and they give to center ice for the toss in by Maximovich. 11:25 to go, first period. Ivan Lodnia with the game's only goal so far. 1-0 Erie. Here from the Erie Insurance Arena. Moved on right side. Sam Bitton, he was tied up, and the Otters get the puck back. Looking for Robertson. Dropped it off. Knife back down the near side, and they'll have to go chase after it. Wilson and on for Carter Robertson. Spun ahead. They'll get out to center ice. And Duff will slide it back out towards the blue line of the 67s, where it's gathered in by Wilson. And they'll get into the zone on the right wing with Quinn Ewell. Timpano plays it there. Shuffled on near side. Comes out the blue line. Slap shot, Oetniuk. And the Otters. Troy Timpano up to the task. Glove hand save. Who holds on with 10:48 to go, first period. And the Otters lead 1-0 on an Ivan Lodnia goal. Fogut against Joe Mack. To the right of Troy Timpano, bounce towards the Erie net. Still loose, and it's nudged out to the blue line, and maybe reeled in across. Back to neutral ice. So Hotnick turns it over, though, to Stefan Patry. Patry drop pass. Emmett Sproul. It's poke checked away before he can turn it onto the forehand and get a shot away as Fogut slides it back out to center ice. Back on the march. Here's Ottawa looking for True. Tied up by Jack Duff, and Joe Mack is right there to whistle it off the window and out to center ice. Glove down and moved on for Wilson near side. On towards center ice. Tossed in by Fogut. It's a free agent signing last season. Dumps it in on Timpano, and it's moved into the Erie zone to be slid right back out by Patry from center red in town. Midway through the first period, 1-0 Erie. In possession, Ottawa. Tipped in by Barron. It'll go on goal from center ice. Timpano will wait and move it right through his goal mouth. And on ahead, Gritz lets it go out to the neutral zone for Patrick Fellows as he gets motoring on across near side and sends it in, ducking from a check coming from Barron. And now Gritz chases after it. Goes digging in against Hoffenmeyer. Found by Gurney on the far side corner. He's roughed up by 267s. The puck picked up by Hoffenmeyer, and Gurney able to keep it alive, though, with a man in front. Looking for Fellows was Gritz, and it's cut off on the intercept. Back down the near side wall. Gurney's turned around. In here with Gritz along the half wall. Barron has a go around him, but reaching the defender in Ottawa. Skies it up, but not out. Up in the air with Jordan Sambrook to keep it alive. On for Gritz, right wing circle. Turns it on the back, and it just sails wide. Here's Martin stepping in. Leaves it for a man just on, and the wrist shot from Maximovich is blocked away. Sambrook for Maximovich on the near side. Erie changing behind the play, and they got it. Nearly a fresh 5 on. The forwards brand new for Erie. Here's Maximovich to the front of the net, and it's off his skate of Hoffenmeyer wide. Clark will pick it up on the far side, looking just to get it out to center ice, and he will. And they can start making some changes on the Ottawa side. But Erie right back into the zone. Here's Radish. Wrist shot. Just missed on the blocker side and kicks off the corner glass back out to center. Here's Maximovich. And he'll leave it back for Taylor Radish on the dish from Hedrick. And ahead for Lodnia. Skipped in the zone. Maximovich loose in front. And swept behind the goal by Taylor Radish. And on far side wall, Wayman keeps in. Still loose on the far side boards. Following up is Ottawa. And they'll tip it back to the Erie blue line, where it's gathered in by Owen Hedrick. Quickly snaps it ahead off the far side boards. Maximovich gets a little tip on it and heads off on the change as Kevin Ball corrals in the near corner for the 67's. Now Stratus. Back to Ball. A B rating. The NHL Central Scouting Service. There's 5 on the November ratings here for the Ottawa 67s. Just one behind CHL leader Oshawa. They had 6 that came out with the NHL Central Scouting Service November rankings. Of course, midterm rankings will be coming up soon when you get to the new year, as Wayman ties a man up in his own corner and sends the puck on the back end to Ivan Lodnia, who looks to skip it out to center ice. Pass was blocked. Picked up by Keating on the near side wall. Out to the blue line for Ball. Man just on right wing side. They can't get it to him because Cade Robinson able to poke that pass back onto center, and Peter Stratus will gather it in. Quickly moved ahead. Keating looking to drop pass on for Stratus. In flight, right wing side. Flips it on goal. Grabbed by Timpano, and he'll hold on. With 7:27 to go in a quick moving first period. Erie Otters with the 1-0 lead. The Ivan Lodnia goal leads the team with his 14th of the year. For the Otters, 1-0 Erie. Otters fans, real food, real beer, real historic atmosphere. That's what you'll find at the brewery at Union Station, Erie's original brew pub and restaurant, located downtown at 123 West 14th Street. That's the brewery, proud sponsor of the Erie Otters. Now, this Ottawa team coming in to this evening's matchup, they've won 4 of their last 5 games, including a 4-3 victory over the Sarnia Sting, the number 1 team in the CHL, back a few weeks ago. Doesn't happen often that the Sarnia Sting drop any games, and they'll be in on Saturday here at the Erie Insurance Arena. It's the number 1 team in the CHL making their first stop to the Erie Insurance Arena. As Ottawa takes control after that drop, flip it down for Keating on the near side. Loose into the circles, ease it down to the corner for Felibert. He'll fire it back around the horn. Otters able to poke that away, got caught up with the referee as well, and out to center ice. Taylor Radish reaching for it, chipped around to Hotyuk. And Radish will find it down to the near side corner. Looking to flip it down low, Wilson knocks it out of midair. Quick pass on to Keating, and he looks on to drop it to be moved forward. And on the march, Hotyuk backhanded in from center. Catching the Otters blue line as Timpano wheels it up. A snap up the near side. Radish floated out to center ice. Tipped on for Ivan Lodnia in flight by Maximovich. And Lodnia's into the zone. Left it up the wall. Wayman. Now Maximovich. He's holding the point for Josh Wayman, who returns and has a one-time try coming up. That was blocked and almost kicked out to center. Could have been a 2-on-0, but Wayman able to deflect it away and recovers back at his own end. Lofts it ahead to be tipped by Radish into the zone. On the right wing. Big check and collision down low with Wilson run into by Taylor Radish, but they made the play. Take the hit, make the play. Erie back to their own end. Garrett Padovny trying to wind things up through neutral ice. So he runs into some traffic, flips into the zone, gathered at the circles, and Hoffenmeyer looks to push ahead. Give the true right wing side. Back in front, they got a man open, going to the backhand, and it just sails through the goal mouth on the try by Holscher. And Erie's Cade Robinson can find it, and from center red, toss it in. That one right through the goal mouth. On wide with the backhander. Good by Garrett Padovny to stay on his horse and stay with the man and cut away that angle. Didn't let him get to the middle of the net. But here's Ottawa again on the attack. On the right side, Bitton toss it in. Down low, the near corner for True. Steps around Jack Duff. Oliver True walks out in front. Wrist shot is stopped by Timpano, and he holds on with 5:38 to go in the first period. Otters lead 1-0. The Lodnia goal 63 seconds in. Shot 7-5 here from the Erie Insurance Arena in the first period. The draw will be to the right of the Honors, Troy Timpano. Well, we're closing out the month of November here on the season. It's been rolling by so quick right now. Here's a quick try. Is Chmielewski slaps one off the blocker of Timpano. And Barron holds in, gives him a circle. Played back out in front, and the Honors able to deflect it away from Chmielewski. Another one from the point, tipped around, knocked out of midair. A nice play that's thrown back to the front by Clark, and the Honors can deke it away. And Ryan Martin out to center ice, leaves it right wing, looking for Christian Gurney. A little too far on the pass, but it's followed up in the offensive zone by Fellows. Tied up along the near side boards. Here's Gritz. Keep it down low, stepping around Wilson. Poked behind the goal. Gurney there. Back on for Gritz. Heads and leaves it for Gurney, as he's roughed up by Chmielewski. Fellows chases after it. Hit by Barron on the near side. As they jostle along the near side corner. Left on for Fellows. Centers out in front. Gritz pass behind him. And it'll slide out back to Erie territory all the way through center to be grabbed by Martin at his own circle. 1-0 Erie. Here an early goal from Ivan Ladnia on the Thanksgiving Day game. And the Otters will be guilty of an icing call as it's drifted down ice. And Erie unable to make this change. At the infraction coming from their defensive zone. The draw comes back to the left. Now the Otters overage goaltender Troy Timpano. .661 on the season, one shutout, a 3.35 goals against average, and an .881 save percentage for the Otters overage goaltender. Appearing in career game 154 here tonight. As here got it out to center ice, and right back in was Graham Clark. Turned around by Gurney at the end of his shift. He had to stay on because of the icing infraction. As the Otters played on down far side into Ottawa territory. As Emmett Sproul takes advantage of the play off the referee behind the net. And the centering try deflected, and then quickly bouncing on top of it was Cedric Andre for the stop. The face-off coming the other way. Andre, here, 17-year-old goaltender, rookie getting a start here tonight, second straight start, after picking up his first career victory at 4-2 over the Kingston Frontenacs just a few days ago. Stopped 28 of 30 on the 4-2 victory over the Fronts. As it's drilled back to Erie territory by Ottawa and Austin Keating. And a tie up down on the far side. Wayman has it loose in his skates. He's still trying to back up and get some ground from the wall as Taylor Radish sends a man down to the ice. Erie plays it up the side. Still held in by Fogut. Gives it the blue line. A wrist shot from Hoffmeyer off the mark. Settles onto the near side corner. Inside Otters territory. Wayman chases after as it's stretched back onto the far side. It's Fogut. Gives it back out in front. The shot try off the mark. Here out to the blue line, as Erie able to deflect the pass away. Taylor Radish in with the 2-on-1 on for Maksimovic, and he roofs it too high and out of play. Oh, he had a gaping 4x6 net as Cedric Andre tried to get across, moving left to right. And Kyle Maksimovic has got a little too much air on it. Sends it out of play. Remains 1-0 Erie. Yule will take it out to center ice. And ducks around one defender. That was Curtis Henry of the Otters. And leaves it down low as he's tied up by Garrett Podubny. Mitchell Holscher in on the fray as well. Poke loose up the side. Golod will take it away. And he slides it on across for Cade Robinson to charge down right wing side. Lets a shot go. Stick save made. Rebound right there. Erie can't get there in time as Duff has to hold in. He comes charging on down low. Jack Duff, the defenseman, in on the forecheck. Replaced at the point by Garrett Podubny, who steps in now to join from the half wall and keeps that play alive. Otters back up to the neutral zone now and gives some room as it's taken away by Bitton. On for Yule. His slapper stepped off the stick of Jack Duff. Out of play. The face-off will come to the right of Troy Timpano. It's coming up in the intermission. We'll chat with Chris Hartsburg, Erie Otters head coach. And a little later on, also talk with Kenny Walls, the voice of the Ottawa 67's. He was a guest on the Otters Hour show. Hope you joined us this past week as a drive from ball skips off a few skates. Pinball's just wide. Looking for Stremolevsky. Erie able to deflect that pass out the center as Alex Gritz is on his horse. Gritz chasing ball as he slide a D-to-D right back the ball. He'll skate out to center and hand off to Barron, who slides it off the stick of Jordan Sandbrook. And Cooley just holds on to that one to find a passing option as Gritz couldn't get it over to Fellows out in the neutral ice area. And off goes Stremolevsky. Cuts across the ice now. Flips it on near side and knocked it in midair nicely by Gurney. Stremolevsky follows up, however, between the legs of Clark and then slides it out from the far side. Net knocked around as down to the ice is Troy Timpano to sit on top of that puck and hold on with 1:56 to go here in the first period.
Congratulations, you just won tickets to the USA versus Sweden World Junior Pre-Tournament Exhibition Game on December 22nd, courtesy of Planet Fitness Judgment Free Game.
Face on left for Troy Timpano with 1:56 to go in the first period. And back behind the goal at the face-off win for Erie is Henry. A little too much on the pass to Taylor Radish, able to settle down the bouncing puck, give out to Lodnia, who backs up, now Duff. These guys have been put together for quite a few games. Erie without Mitchell Byrne for a 14th straight game, but the pass as Duff steps into it, pass the other way. As here come the 67's back behind the net. Slide it out to the front for True. Comes out the blue line. A shot blocked by Erie. They get it right back. Toss to the front. Another block. It hit their own man on the try by Parrott. And Erie able to deflect that pass and charge out to center ice, creating a 2-on-1. It's Radish down the right wing side. Radish walks in. He scores! Let the big dog eat. Taylor Radish rips it top shelf. And the Otters take a 2-0 lead. Well, some good work from the Otters in their own end. Even though there was a lot of traffic in front and would have blocked some shots, take away the pass from Perrick. And Taylor Radish just charges down the ice. He set up Max Simic just moments ago on a 2-on-1. This time he decides to hold on to it and puts it over the glove hand of Cedric Andre, the rookie goaltender, and the Otters up by 2. Now Max Golod wheeling and dealing. Toss it on in behind the net. Flipped on near side corner. Slowed down by Felleber, but it gets out the center. Back is Owen Hedrick. On for Wayman. Right back D-to-D. And the final minute of play, Erie just taking a 2-0 lead. Here's Hedrick. He's on the move now. Wrist shot. It was blocked, and Hedrick taking it back behind the net. Roughed up here by Ty Felleber. Slides it on for Cade Robinson. He's shouldered as well. And down to the ice goes Robinson. Golod digs it loose. Podubny steps up. He holds in from the line. Keeps it back down low for Robinson. Back on Podubny's shot. Stick lifted for Golod on the return as Hedrick steps into one and blasts it home. Say it with your chest. Owen Hedrick with the bomb, and it's 3-0 Erie with 31 seconds left in the period. Owen Hedrick with points in 8 straight for the Erie Otters, and he blasts this one for his 6th of the season. And Cedric Andre. There's some traffic in front. Vision partially blocked by his own men, and Hedrick takes advantage, and the Otters are ahead by 3. Here with time winding down on the first. Ottawa hands off Stremolevsky, and the Otters poke it away. They try to step up, and Erie may have another opportunity as they leave it out for Patrick Fellows. Pass deflected as ball was back to knock it away. But the Erie trying to force the issue here late in the period. The Otters, they must have stayed away from the turkey here this afternoon as they are out flying in this first period. 3-0 as it comes to an end. No tryptophan in the systems for the Otters. And a couple goals in the final minute and 17 seconds. And the Otters take a 3-0 lead into the break. Well, we will step for a break. And when we come back, we'll have the UPMC intermission report. As we'll chat with Chris Hartsburg, Erie Otters head coach, right after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer, copier, and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider, helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
The 2017 OHL champion Erie Otters are proud to partner with Lilly Broadcasting and Erie News Now to offer the new Super Saver sections. Otters fans can purchase tickets to all home games for the best value ever in team history with $12 seats. That's right, fans of all ages can purchase tickets to any Erie Otters home game for just $12. That's the Erie News Now Super Saver sections, offering $12 tickets to all Otters home games. Catch the Otters at home Saturday, November 25th against the Sarnia Sting. Get your tickets at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at erieevents.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit chooselivingproof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the UPMC Intermission Report. Aaron Cooney here, joined this time by Erie Otters head coach Chris Hartsburg. And Chris, I know getting into this here Thanksgiving Day game, did you at least have some time to spend a little bit of the afternoon with the family and everything before coming here, and at least enjoy a little bit of Thanksgiving before work?
Yeah, I mean, we had Thanksgiving meal with some friends, and it's always nice to get together this time of year and be around people you enjoy being with, and certainly my wife and my son, but more importantly friends in the area that we've gotten close with over the last time since we've been here. So it was a good day.
And here coming into the game, another couple of days off between this one and the loss up in Saginaw. But looking at that game, were there any positives to take away from it from the group? I know we fall 3-1, but in that effort, it looks like Saginaw just has the number for the Erie Otters here in the last at least this season, the first two outings.
No, I thought we did a lot of good things. I think certainly we had opportunities. If anything, we just need to bury those. I thought our play was really good actually after the first period. There wasn't a whole lot of things negative to take away from it, and we had a couple miscues that led to goals against, and certainly those are things we got to correct. But overall, I was happy with our work, and certainly just being ready to bury some of our chances we get.
Patrick Fellows had the only goal against Saginaw. Then a couple of days before, he had a pair of goals to help the comeback bid in Mississauga. But are we starting to see Patrick Fellows, kind of the form of Patrick Fellows back in the exhibition and preseason, where he was filling the back of the net, and are we starting to see him start to come alive here offensively for the Otters as one of their overrators?
Well, I think he's getting rewarded for his work, and that's the one thing that Patrick's given us here for throughout the year has been solid, consistent work, and turning pucks over and playing the right way within our structure and doing things right. And when you do things right, if anything, that shows you can get rewarded, and it's one thing Patrick has done. He stopped worrying so much about putting up points and just playing the right way, and and things have started to happen for him.
I want to ask you, even going from the win on Saturday night and the loss on Sunday, do you feel that your group maybe it gets a little too high on the highs when they come around?
I don't think so. I mean, for me, I think it was, a combination of multiple things. Like I said, we had opportunities, we just didn't score, and certainly we had some miscues that led to goals against. But for me, I was happy after watching the game. After the game, I thought we actually played better than I originally thought, and certainly that's a positive because you're down because you lose, and you're not happy because you lose. But to see the kids play the way they did for the most part, was encouraging.
Here you come into the Thursday game, Thanksgiving Day. Ottawa 67's back here for their only visit into the Erie Insurance Arena. Last time you saw them was on that opening trip, and they've kind of been up and down, but right now you're probably catching them at a good time. 4-1 in their last 5 games. What do you expect for them here this evening in trying to get back on the board here on the home ice with another 2 points?
This is a team that plays hard. They play a hard, fast game. They have 2 really good lines up front that does a majority of their scoring, and if we can manage the puck well when we're out there against them and force them to defend, we should have success. In saying that, we just got to be aware their defense are very active in the offensive zone and take a lot of chances, but if we take care of our own end, do a good job there, it's going to lead to opportunity. And as long as we're working and willing to sacrifice and pay a price here tonight, we're going to give ourselves a chance to win a game.
All right, thanks for this, Coach, and good luck here against Ottawa.
Yep, thanks, Aaron.
That's Chris Hartsburg, Erie Otters head coach. More coming up here on the UPMC and Mission Report. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Interstate Mitsubishi is now selling the Outlander Sport for its lowest price ever, $15,988. That's almost $5,000 less than its original MSRP of $21,890. For just $15,988, you can own an Outlander Sport with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, 7 airbags, and 18-inch alloy wheels. This is the best deal on a brand new CUV you'll find anywhere, and it's only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit chooselivingproof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
The Titan truck, it's built in America, and it has America's best truck warranty. 100,000 miles, bumper to bumper. So if you want a powerful, full-size truck covered for the long haul, or just for the sheer fun of driving it, stop in to see the Nissan Titan. Now, $7,000 off its MSRP or 0% financing for 72 months. And in northwestern Pennsylvania, it's only at Interstate Nissan.
2 or more available at this price. VIN HN 537816 or with approved Tier 1 and NAC credit.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters with a 3-0 lead here through 20 minutes of play. And you just heard from Chris Hartsburg of the Erie Otters, and he said, well, the Otters, they like their game Sunday against the Saginaw Spirit, just unable to finish. Well, you're certainly finding that finish here tonight. The Erie Otters taking advantage of their opportunities, and it started quickly. We'll get into the recap. This is the UPMC Intermission Report. As just a minute and 3 seconds, all it took was 63 seconds, and the Otters, they're on the board. Ivan Ladny with his team leading 14th of the season picks up the dump in off the end boards. He's had some little success on the lucky bounces, throws it to the front of the net from the goal line, and it deflects off of a skate, ends up behind Cedric Andre, and the Otters take a 1-0 lead early on. And even though there's a great pace to that first period, didn't have many whistles, and then shots just about pretty even most of the time, but the Otters were able to take advantage more of their opportunities than the 67's through the first 20 minutes. Shots 10-8 in favor of the Ottawa 67's. But Erie, a couple 2-on-1s late as Kyle Maximovich in that first period at the end there just sends one high and out of play on the shot. But they get another 2-on-1 opportunity, and it was Taylor Radish. Well, he elected just to hold on to it and rip it himself. Beats Andre, glove hand side, top shelf. And the Otters take a 2-0 lead. That was at 18:43. The Otters, they weren't done yet. Another great shift in the offensive zone. Garrett Podubny, Cade Robinson. Inside the offensive zone along the near wall. Getting some good battles along the wall. They free the puck up. A shot from Podubny. Stopped. It got blocked in front, and that rebound off the block trickled onto the near side circle, and Owen Hedrick just steps into a slapper and blows it past Andre. 3-0 Erie, with just 31.2 on the clock left in that frame. The Otters pick up 2 goals in the final minute and 17 seconds of the first period to take a 3-0 lead. No power plays, no penalties at all. It's a pretty clean period. And the Otters, well, they're finding the back of the net here in that first. 3-0 through 20 minutes of play. Got to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. A couple games going on here in this Thanksgiving Day in the States. And welcome you, hoping you're wrapping up with some dessert here with Otters hockey. And the out-of-town scoreboard, as always, brought to you by the Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You oughter be staying with the best. We'll light it up, see what's going on out there. As the North Bay Battalion on home ice, a 2-0 lead over the Kitchener Rangers. Even though they're being outshot 16-9 in the first. A minute and 10 seconds left in that first period. Elsewhere, the only other game going on, Hamilton Bulldogs leading the, right there, tied for the lead in the Eastern Conference with the Barrie Colts. They could be the number 1 team here, but they're taking on the Peterborough Petes. They're scoreless. 6 minutes to go in the first period for the Peterborough Memorial Center. And Hamilton, let's talk about the run. And we're going to talk to Kenny Walls a little later on, the play-by-play voice of the Ottawa 67's. And in the second intermission, we'll hear from him in the Eastern Conference, so wide open. Coming into this week's action, just 6 points. Separated first from 7th in the Eastern Conference. It's really anybody's game still over the East. And you know what? Similar, I think, in the Western Conference. But the top team in the West will be in here in this building on Saturday when the Sarnia Sting make their first visit to the Erie Insurance Arena. We're going to take a break. When we come back, second period coming up. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider. Helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me 7 Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances, 5 cash points, 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania Lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Merry Millions with top prizes of $1 million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. 20 minutes off the clock, end of one. The Otters take a 3-0 lead here into the second period as we get into action with the Otters after behind their own net. Timpano almost had that one roll off his blade to the forecheckers, but the Otters able to duck it out to center ice. Tipped in on the far side by Cade Robinson. The Otters going to work here offensively. Ryan Martin holds from the line. Wrist shot deflected in front, but it's kicked away by Andre. And on the near side corner, swept up ahead, and off goes Quinn Yule, guided out to center ice. Settled down by Sandbrook, played off his skate, and it's going to be knocked into the Honor zone from the near side by Benton. Martin able to corral that one, sends it off for his partner Sandbrook. Stepped into by Yule, but the Honors out ahead to center ice, and it's Garrett put up the right wing side. Wrist shot sails high. Off the glass, and Martin snaps it back around the boards. Chasing Podubny as Hoffenmeyer leaves it there along the wall. Podubny takes over, goal line, twists it to the front of the net. It's off a skate right through the goal mouth. Here's Wainman. Throws one high and out of play, as it may have been deflected off the stick of Holscher. It'll stay inside Ottawa territory with that deflection. The draw comes to the right of the 17-year-old goaltender, Cedric Andre. Here just his third start. And on the draw, Erie won this back. Here's Hedrick. His shot right to the mitt of Andre, and he'll hold on. Another face-off coming up inside his end, and this will be to the left. They had a couple assists here during the intermission. They go on review every goal. Here's Hoffenmeyer right wing side into the honor zone. A shot, that stick down, played to the front of the net. And Timpano able to cover it up, but a penalty coming, which I think may be to the Erie Otters for wrapping up. Graham Clark right along the goal mouth of the Otters net, as that deflection popped up high into the air. Clark was trying to field it and knock it down, and he was wrapped up by Josh Wayman. And the game's first penalty goes to the Otters, the first power play. Here for the 15th ranked power play unit in the Ottawa 67, 17.4% on the year. They hold on at the blue line. Stratus gives to his partner. Kicked across for Fogut. Right wing side, walks in. Wrist shot blocked by Martin. Got it back behind the net again. As Matthew Fogut turns it on near side. Played up the wall, held in at the line by Stratus. Left side, walking on in, toss it back across, looking for Clark, bouncing puck, and grabbed at the far wall in the corner by Keating. Gets a little help from Clark, who snaps it onto the near side. Hit a stick and bounces right back to Clark. Slid around the horn, looking to find a point man. Nobody home, and it's all the way back to Ottawa territory. Stratus will grab it from the corner. Watched by Taylor Radish and Ivan Lodnia. Skipped out ahead. They chip it to themselves. Ty Felleber, lots of speed across the line. Drags around one, run into by Jack Duff. Ouchtown population, you bro, as Duff stands him up. And the Otters guide the puck to center ice. Hedrick, right wing side. Wrist shot, that sails high. As holding on, Taylor Radish, flip it right back down, deeper into Ottawa territory, and Hoffenmeyer grabs there. Off goes Radish as Hoffenmeyer drags it out to center ice. Across the blue line, wheeling and dealing to the near side wall. Tipped right back on for Hoffenmeyer. Roughed up by Duff, who skips it out towards the line, and that's nudged away here. Gurney got it out to center ice, and Barron get it right back on for Sasha Shimoleski. Played it off his skate, and the Otters from center again. Fellows left wing side, trying to deke around ball. Not going to happen, as the big 6'6" blue liner buries Patrick Fellows down to the ice on the near side. It looks shaken up on the play. And out ahead to center ice. Fellows heading right off onto the Otters bench. As Erie gets a fresh man on, it's trickled up out of play off a stick of Shimoleski, and one of the Otters as Patrick Fellows on a tumble collision with Kevin Ball along the near side, and he went down in a heap and then made his way off on his own power, and he's heading off to the Otters locker room with Andrew Kubneski, the Erie Otters athletic trainer. And I got a towel held. I'm wondering if he got cut as he went down that shield first and may have come up and cut him. As Chmielewski's shot stopped by Timpano, and that caught him in the mask, and he's a bit shaken up. And the blocker off and everything, checks the mask, and he'll hop back up, shake it off as time winding down on the power play. Last rush here for Ottawa. And give off to Chmielewski, right wing side. Down to the circle, drags in front, fires, and Timpano across to make the stop. As time runs out on the man advantage, Erie's killed it off. 3-0. It remains Otters with the lead. Timpano looks to be all right after taking that drive right to the cage on the mask. And it makes the stop on Chmielewski as well. Otters already without their trainer right now. And down with Patrick Fellows to the locker. Wilson's shot in, he scores. Lots of traffic in front. Quinn Yole blocking out the vision of Troy Timpano. And Hudson Wilson sails one in. 3-1 hockey game. And you got a body like that at 6'5", $195. You're going to go to the front of the net. He was tied up by Curtis Henry. A big boy himself at 6'2", 195, and Timpano never saw that shot to the last second. And it sails in over the glove hand side. And it's 3-1 here from Erie. Andre will move the puck after the dump in by the Otters. Bounce around. Tipped by Bitton, and the Otters find it along the blue line. One hand on the stick for Max Golod. Plays it off his skate as Mitchell Holscher skates it out head to center ice. Slide it on across, comes right to Josh Wainman. Rip it up off the dasher. Odd bounce, pops into the air. Golod comes crashing in with Robertson. And the whistle sounds because of a hand pass here in neutral ice. And 16 minutes, 2 seconds left in this second period. And the draw will be right at center ice. Well, the Otters, you heard the interview with Chris Hartsburg during the first intermission. Wanted to see, thought they played pretty well in Saginaw, some good things, just unable to finish. Well, you're getting that finish here tonight. At least for that first period, Otters the 3-goal lead. But Wilson gets one right back, 3-1 here in the period. The Otters into the offensive zone. They're trying to set up Hedrick. It's a shot away, and it slides through. Voodoo will give him two. It's Owen Hedrick with his second of the night, and the Otters are right back up by 3. Ivan Lania picking the puck up here from the near side corner. And able to pass out in front with Owen Hedrick jumping in on the play. Gets just enough of it on the shot that sneaks underneath Cedric Andre. And the Otters take a 4-1 lead. But it's the 67's on the march here. Back into the Otters zone. Barron, Chmielewski, and now Oliver True. A revolving door on that other wing. But the flip out in front is taken away by the Otters, and a 3-on-1 coming up as they follow up with Gritz. Takes it on down to the corner. Leaves it there for Christian Gurney. He gets bowled over on the inside by Carter Robertson. And Cade Robinson to the Otters plays it out the blue line. Sandbrook slap shot deflected wide. Poked on down deep by Ryan Martin and ripped down ice here by Ottawa. It'll be an icing call. Draw will be to the right of Andre. And pulled back by Ottawa. They chip it on to the far side. And swept out the center here by the captain, Travis Barron, and taking over for the Otters is Henry. Tipped in by Joe Mack. On down near side corner, Hoffenmeyer. Slides one out ahead. Taken by Jack Duffy, holds it in, bounces it on down to the corner. Sproul chases after it. Stick knocked out of the hands of Hoffenmeyer. Looks around for a call. Nothing coming as Joe Mack holds it. It'll roll down towards the goaltender, and he'll smother it as Stephane Patry was flying in. Now some pushing and shoving here in front of the Ottawa net. Barron and Joe Mack bark back and forth. But the Otters reestablish their 3-goal lead. It's 4-1. As Ottawa 0-4 here at the Erie Insurance Arena since they renamed the building. Last 5 years. Swept onto the far side corner. Ottawa out of their own end. And breaking out right wing. And carry on out towards center ice. Tossed in by Wilson, the goal scorer. Glove down by the Otters. And Jack Duff moves it ahead for Max Golod. Back for Garrett Podubny. Trying to deke around one man. Knifed away, and Golod follows up, however, and gets into the offensive zone. Protects the puck. Takes it down low, gives out and front, looking for Podubny. It was deflected away, and now Jack Duff coughs the puck up. And Quinn Ewell may have a break here. Trying to beat the defender. Sliding is Duff on the recovery. Knocks it loose. Thrown in front as they recover. Timpano out to play it. Another poke check by Podubny. Sends it on to the near side corner as Bitten. Trying to angle it off the goaltender. Ends up behind the net. Henry plants him into the glass. Cade Robinson tosses it on ahead, and Golod just flips it back out towards center ice. Garrett Podubny looks the red line. Will fire it in. But the Otters, good recovery. Jack Duff never quit on the play. Hustled back down. Gets a nice poke check on Quinn Ewell, carrying the puck towards the Otters zone. And after the goaltender. The other way, here's Felleber into the Otters zone. Wrist shot, glove save made, and the rebound kept right off the top of the glove. They get it back. Here's Felleber. Another try. Hit his own man in front, in Keating. Loose on far side corner. Played down low. Lodnia steps in front of it. Taylor Radish on the takeaway. Ahead for Wainman. And now Max Simovich. Wainman heads to the net. Max Simovich hits the brakes. Looks for a pass. Hands off across for Lodnia on the right side circle. And his intended pass, looking for Hedrick, is intercepted. And the other way they come. Down left wing side. A wrist shot. Shoulder stop on Keating. And now followed up by Fogut. Austin Keating back behind the net. Watched by Lodnia. It's a little stick lift, but they slide it on for Fogut. Tossed out in front. Almost to Felleber. Erie pokes it away. And Max Simovich and Taylor Radish take off again. Max Simovich, a little fan on the play, but Wayman keeps it in. Gives down to Taylor Radish. Bouncing puck. Settles it down. Wheels near side. Gives out in front. Looking for Gurney. Gets a shot away, and it just sails wide on the blocker side. Carried away by Ottawa. They give out to center. Tossed on ahead. Near side for Felleber, and he's offside on the play. On the tip, and Ryan Olmsted saying this one's coming all the way back the other way. There's a delayed offside. Felleber played it instead. So the intentional offside call brings an offensive zone draw upcoming. Turn the puck onto the near side boards. Gritz will chase after it, though, after the play by Hoffenmeyer. Up the near side wall. Patry, but it's passed ahead for Travis Barron. Steps around one, but the Otters recover. Poke it away back onto center ice. Patry stepping in onto this line with Gritz and Christian Gurney. As Patry, a little takeaway here on the left wing side, and carries it for a pass to Gurney. Walks in. Wrist shot. It was blocked by Hoffenmeyer. Followed up by Sambrook. Comes down left wing. You're in the offensive zone. Just toss it onto the far side corner behind the goaltender. Big collision on those boards. Down goes Patry. Flipped out ahead. Whacked back in deeper by Patry, but it pops out the blue line on a deflection. Alex Gritz will leave it down back behind the net. Hoffenmeyer takes over. Under 12 to go here in this second period. We've traded goals. 4-1, the Otters lead. As an icing call to Ottawa. Will bring the draw back into 67's territory. And to the left of goaltender Cedric Andre. No, we'll switch to the right here. So you see Troy Timpano. And you see him come out there and play the puck as much as he has here tonight. You can just tell the confidence for him. It's a face-off win, and Max Golod sends one just high on the glove side. Right after the draw, and it's poked out to center ice. Curtis Henry will take there, gives to Golod. And he'll leave it in for Garrett Podobny down deep. Moved by Perrick up the wall. Yule poked away from him, and the Otters get it right back for Curtis Henry at the line. Little half slapper, sails just wide. Kicks out to Jack Duff at the line. He'll send it back in deep for Golod. Slide it on across for Henry. Left wing circle. Curtis Henry put it to the front of the net looking for a tip. And it sails right past everybody. Now it's Robinson to the Otters. To Henry left circle. Back on across. Wide open. Podobny sends it to the net and it was blocked. Here's Duff. A drive. Save made. And pouncing on the rebound was Andre. And now Bitten. They got a big tie up in front of the net. Max Golod mixed up. As is Cade Robinson to the Otters, but another good shift for this unit for the Erie Otters. Golod, Podobny, Robinson creating some offense. We're going to see some penalties from this. It looks like Lucas Perrick, 16-year-old's coming over. As is Max Golod to the Otters. Couple roughing penalties dished out. And we saw a couple, well, at least looking at Ryan Harrison and the motions he gave us, it looked like he gave 2 penalties to Max Golod, and the Otters are going to be shorthanded here. We got coincidental roughings, and then an extra cross-check call went to Max Golod. So Erie short-handed here for the second time on the frame.
2 minutes for roughing. Erie penalty to number 77, Max Golod. 2 minutes for cross-checking and 2 minutes for roughing.
The extra goes to Max Golod in the offensive zone, and Erie short-handed for a second time on the night. Played behind the goal, Keating gives out for Fogut. Tips it towards the front, comes right back off a deflection. Keating and Fogut again at the half wall. Backs up, looking from the hash marks of that circle. Gives down low for Keating, poked by Timpano, loose to the corner again, Fogut. Keating behind the net, slide out in front, save made. Loose out toward the Otters, circles, and it's taken by Taylor Radish on for Lodnia. Left wing side, dekes around one. Carries to the right wing side, gives a cross, and a sliding stop by Andre robs Taylor Radish of his second of the night. Lodnia now. Good setup, short-handed on the rush. Well, the Otters can't find Pater. They'll tie the puck up on the far side corner. 4 men on, trying to battle Taylor Radish. They finally get the puck out of there as Erie gets fresh penalty killers on. Bounce to the Otters side of the things and it's ripped around by Timpano, played by Fogut. Erie picks it up. They could create another odd man opportunity. Jumping into Sandbrook as well. Here's Gurney, right wing side, wrist shot, save made, rebound to the goal, and the Otters see another glorious bad stop from Andre. Here's Max Simic again, drags in front, fires it high. Erie short-handed, and they'll chip it out to the blue line for Owen Hedrick, who backs up. And Erie back to their own end, they'll wait. And still hold. Ottawa changing personnel in the power play. Now down to 35 seconds. And Erie's had the better of the chances on this man advantage. And here's Jack Duff now. He's roughed up. Down he goes on a check from Hoffenmeyer. And the puck picked up by Barron. Carried to center by Ottawa. And Duff shaken up on the play. Carried on down to the corner again. Duff's got to stay out here now. And a long change. Hoffenmeyer holds. They give onto the circle. Time winding down. 10 seconds left in the power play. Trickled onto the near side corner. Chmielewski and Barron. As it's skipped up by Hedrick. Pops high to the air and True settles it down the far corner. Duff battling there. Move for ball. Holds the blue line. Out of the box, Emmett Sproul serving the one. Hoffenmeyer now. We're even strength. Carried down near side corner. Poked there. Popped out to the front. Comes to a man as True leaves it on left side. Losing a stick, Gurney, as he poke checked that one away. It's Hoffenmeyer. Steps around one. Leaves it onto the circle. Wrist shot. And sailing out of play is the shot on the deflection. And a stop with 8:39 left here in the second period. And the Otters almost saw it become a 5-1 hockey game. Couple tries on the short-handed end. Taylor Radish robbed by Cedric Andre. And it's a 4-1 lead for the Otters here in the second period. Otters fans, keep your clothes in top shape with Chido's Dry Cleaners, complete with an easy, accessible drive-through and free pickup and drop-off. Chido's Cleaners is second to none. That's Chido's Dry Cleaners, the official dry cleaning service provider of the Erie Otters. Two other games out in the Ontario Hockey League. Otters the only U.S. team playing here on Thanksgiving Day. And you look around as the Kitchener Rangers find their way to the CHL top 10, but man, they are down right now 2-0 for the North Bay Battalion. They've been a streaky up and down team. But a lead here on home ice for the Battalion over the Kitchener Rangers in the second period. Hamilton Bulldogs with a 1-0 lead over the Peterborough Petes. And first intermission from Peterborough. Draw will be to the right of Timpano. Won by Ottawa. Carrying is Shimolevsky and sends one off a stick wide. Martin bashes it up the far side boards, but not out. Held in here, and as Wilson leaves it down low. Shimolevsky on for Clark. Poke check. Turning around on the near side. Clark got it right back. Wilson from the blue line. Wrist shot ramped onto the goaltender, and Timpano makes a save on the deflection in front. As the Hamilton Bulldogs trying to take over the Eastern Conference on the run that they're on. 6-3-0 in one of their last 10 games. Tied with the Barrie Colts for the top spot in the Eastern Conference. And we'll talk Eastern Conference hockey here in the Ontario Hockey League during the second intermission with Kenny Walls, the voice of the Ottawa 67's. After the puck in the Otters zone, it's sprung loose by Stefan Patry, and the Otters out ahead. Patry deking around. Oh, stepped into by Hoffenmeyer, able to duck that check as he bounces off Hoffenmeyer. The puck is cleared, however, by Ottawa. The Otters send it back around the horn. On near side. Slid on far corner for Holscher. Hit by Duff. Puck will stay inside the zone. Here is Patry and Sproul digging away. Nudged on ahead. Holding the line was Duff for a moment, but it's picked up. Bouncing to center ice, and off goes Quinn Ewell, left wing side, trying to drag to the front. And sliding down was Timpano, and they push it into the net. Quinn Ewell, power move to the front of the net, and then Timpano kind of just lost his footing as it slides underneath them, and it's a 2-goal game. I don't know if Timpano's skate hit a rut or something in the crease, but usually don't see it. He was just drifting back to his net with a power move by Quinn Ewell, who slides it underneath him. And it's a 4-2 hockey game. Just a bizarre sequence. I don't know if we can get a replay or not here, guys, but the collision happened after the fact, after the puck had crossed the line, after Timpano kind of just fell as he snaps one up the near side. Troy Timpano, the Otters goaltender, be picked up by Kyle Maximovich. Looking for Taylor Radish. Bumped on for Lodney, right wing side. Hits the brakes. Stepping in front of Stratus. Leaves it for Radish and Maximovich on the right wing side. Right back to Lodney on the right wing circle. Twirls it on near side for Wayman. Lets the shot away, and it sails high. Off the corner glass and on down towards Erie territory. Scooped up by Hedrick. It's his pass off the stick. Has to reel in behind the net. Chased by Keating. Played on ahead for for Taylor Radish, who plays it right back for Hedrick. And the Otters behind their goal again. Hedrick to Wayman. Nice pass out to Taylor Radish on the right wing side. Has trailers. It's Maximovich on for Lodnia, reaching on the backhand. Played to the backside, and Radish has the puck taken away by Andre, who holds on. With 6:35 to go in this second period. It's a 2-goal hockey game as Quinn Ewell slides one underneath Troy Timpano for his first OHL goal. It makes this a 4-2 game. Wilson back behind his net, plays it from the corner on far side. Erie to the goal, bouncing around. Here's Gretz chasing it. Leaves it for Robinson. Throw it to the front. Off the skate, and good save by Andre as the deflection came right in off that left pad. Gritz back onto the near side corner chasing. Flipped up the wall. Picked up by Barron. He'll give off to Shimolevsky. And a 2-goal game here, second period. Tossed in, Timpano wants to play it. He'll send it around the near side boards. Gathered in by Lucas Perrick, but he played it off of Gritz, who takes off. Gritz drags to the front, pulls and fires, and was blocked. Never made it onto the net. Perrick runs into Gritz on the far side, taking a tumble. Gurney down low for Gritz. In the far side corner, Gritz looking to drag out in front. Gurney is the man stationed in front of the net as the puck is loose. Gathered in by Wilson. Steps around one. That was Gurney on a drift by. Chmielewski slaps it on ahead, looking for a man ahead of the play. And guilty of he's offside, as Travis Barron trying to catch up to the puck behind Troy Timpano. And the whistle sounds offside. Erie will get an offensive zone face off with this. .5:36 to play in a 4-2 game. The Otters on the season, when they lead after 2 periods, 7-0. And looking to keep it that way here with 5.5 to play. As Ottawa takes it the other way down to the near side corner. Otters slip it back for Curtis Henry behind the net. Ahead, Patry, and his pass off his skate almost ends up in the bench of the 67's. As Ottawa takes over, Holscher tied up by Stefan Patry. He's able to bounce it towards the other line. There are the Otters, almost offside. Penalty coming up now. This will be a tripping call. Down went Patry as Holscher got the skate of Stefan Patry tied up with his stick, and down went Patry. The Otters have their first power play of the game. th ranked power play in the league. It's 17.2% against the 9th ranked penalty kill unit of the 67's. And after Ottawa won the draw, it's fired all the way down ice. As the Otters, different look to the power play unit. They loaded up here. They've been running a 1A and 1B unit. Now it's overloaded as Hedrick into the zone. Kira Podubny, Ivan Lania, Taylor Radish, Kyle Maximovich round out the man advantage. As it's swept along the far side boards, picked up by Ottawa, and they'll rip it down ice. 30 seconds off the clock as it's off his skate, pops out in front. Timpano is going to guide it on the near side, where it's only going to be picked up by, for a second, and Sam Bitton. Now on the far side, bounce around. Ottawa picks it up. That's their turn here, shorthanded to play in the Otter zone. Hedrick finally cuts off Bitton, holds on, and now it's Lodnia head to center ice. Across the blue line. Otters back up, look to set up shop. Taylor Radish on for Hedrick, right wing side. He's got 2 already. Winds up, big drive, stop, rebound. Gobbled up again by Andre. With 57 seconds left on the tripping call to Mitchell Holscher. As Andre holds on. The draw coming to his left. Stepping in on the faceoff for Erie is Robinson. As he just ties him up, it's moved on and flipped ahead. Kicked off the skate of Barron. He turns it onto his forehand, plays it off the linesman, and he'll just send it on back to his own blue liners. And then lofted down ice again, gloved down by Wainman. Otters set things up. It's Golod. Back for Wainman. Pressure coming from the 267's out ahead. Now it's Chmielewski and Barron. And they cough the puck up, and it's launched all the way back down ice. Timpano out to play it. Slides it up the near side. Comes right to Chmielewski. On for Barron in front. Save made. 2 of them. Sliding Timpano makes another one with the pad. And the Otters carry the rebound to center ice. Here's Cade Robinson left wing side. Trying to cut to the front of the net. Lane taken away by Wilson. Played to the goaltender. And they'll cover it up. I don't think Cedric Andre was expecting that one just to be bounced onto himself by his team. But he holds on as the collision in front. Jordan Sambrook spinning in. Looking for that loose puck. 12 seconds left on the power play. The Otters' first opportunity of the night. As The Otters still without Patrick Fellows, who left the beginning of this second period, killing a penalty, and took a hit from Kevin Ball and had the takedown on Patrick Fellows, who got up in some pain and made his way quickly to the Otters bench and then went down the runway to the Otters locker room with Andrew Kupneski, the Otters trainer, as Keating roughed up by Jack Duff. Fogut takes the puck. Lodnia steps into him. 2 seconds in one. We're back to even strength. Out of the box, Holscher. The Otters 0 for 1 on their first try. Here's Jack Duff. On ahead for Lodnia. Tipped into the zone with under 3 to go here in the second period. The Otters holding a 4-2 lead as Fogut on to center. Rolls away from him, and Hedrick able to reel it in at his own circles. Back for Duff. Hedrick again behind the net as it rolls away from Jack Duff. Still loose as Keating battling away. Duff there. Keating takes it from Jack Duff and slides it on the near side wall. Left down the corner. Duff steps into that one, but Fogut deflected by Ivan Lodnia, who sends it on for Hedrick right side. And the pass out ahead. A hit on Maximovich. It'll be an interference call. Well, it was Ohotnyuk, who thought he had Maximovich lined up on the play, but the pass never got there because of a deflection. And Ohotnyuk's guilty of an interference call. It's one of those. No, the pass just going to get there, and he had Maximovich lined up, that's for sure. And he tried to let up as much as he could, but the puck went the other way. Nowhere near the collision. And the Otters go to the man advantage here again. Face-off won by Ottawa. Ball rips it around, but it's held by Owen Hedrick nicely. Now Padovny, Maximovich from the right wing circle. Run into on the far side boards by Wilson, who got the worst of that one. The Otters played out the blue line. Hedrick, near side Lodnia. Turns it back down to the near side, and whistle sounds, and Erie's going to even things up. And a penalty to Maximovich. He took the helmet off of Hudson Wilson in a collision down in the far side corner, and a roughing call will end the power play. Four on four now for the first time. There's the retaliation as Hudson Wilson kept going after Kyle Maximovich, and they always get that last man, that last extra shot. They got Maximovich on the play, and we're 4 on 4 now. Otters even for Ryan Martin near side. Ahead for Alex Gritz. He'll charge left wing side, tossed it in from center red, out here with Christian Gurney. Tied up with Stratus behind the net. Barron follows up, still looses. Erie pokes it away to the near side corner. Gritz still chasing and reeling back behind his own goal is Barron. He'll set things up. Drop it off for Hoffenmeyer. 7th round pick of the Arizona Coyotes this past NHL draft for Shimoleski. A 6th rounder of the San Jose Sharks. Carries down left wing side. Stepped into by Jordan Sambrick and Ryan Martin. Plays it behind his own goal. Picked up in the near side corner by Sambrook. The pass will be tipped by Gurney, and now Gritz follows up. Toss it in from the red line. Takes a hit to make the play, and he heads off a bit shaken up to the Otters bench. Here's Jordan Sambrook reaching him, but it's knifed away from him by Stratus. Wayman tips it back onto neutral ice as the Otters looking ahead to pass by Radish just off the mark. He had Sambrook and Ivan Lodnia coming into the zone. Would have been a 2-on-1. But it rolls away on down for Cedric Andre. He just holds on for the face-off coming up to his right. 4 on 4 for 44 seconds. Then Ohotnyuk will be released. And a 17-second power play for Ottawa. Face-off on Erie. Going to the back door for Hedrick, and it just skipped over his stick looking for the HT. Here's Lodnia carrying on the near side corner. They leave it on right side. Final minute of play. Taylor Radish winds up. Slap shot. Save made. And held on to by Andre. Lodged in his equipment. And the trial will be to his left. Nice little set face-off play from the near side wall as Ivan Lodnia wins it back to Taylor Radish. You're thinking shot as Hedrick creeps in on the back door. And it just skipped over his stick. He couldn't get the shot away. Face-off won by Erie. as Hedrick nicely guides it on for Wayman. We're going to cross again. Thrown to the corner. Radish picks it up there. Centering pass. Never made it there. Ball blocked it. To Hedrick now. At the blue line. Sends it for Radish. Still out right side. Taylor Radish wheels down right wing side. Watching is Kevin Ball. Poked it off his stick. Loose behind the net. Gathered in by Bitton, and he sends it out ahead. Skating out to center ice. Looking right wing side. Tipped in by Holscher. Chases after it. Hedrick watching. In the final 23 seconds. Hedrick pries it loose. Now it's Lodnia out of the box. As Ohotnyuk, and the Otters are shorthanded now for 12 seconds. Lodnia to Taylor Radish. Left wing side into the zone. Flips it down low. Picked up on the far boards by Robertson. 27 on 27 there with Ivan Lodnia crashing in. Now Taylor Radish knocks it away. Lodnia looking in front with 2 seconds to go. Rolls just past Taylor Radish as time expires on the second period. Well, we started off trading goals from defensemen with Hudson Wilson on the board at 3:32. Erie answers with one of their own. Owen Hedrick, his second of the night with a little insurance. But Quignon, his first Ontario Hockey League goal, as he's able to slide it underneath Troy Timpano on a rush to the front of the net. Makes it a 2-goal hockey game. 4-2 Erie through 40 minutes of play. Step away for a break, and when we come back, we'll chat with Kenny Walls, voice of the Ottawa 67's, during the UPMC Intermission Report. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Hi, this is Ed Rendell. I've got to admit that I was sort of a dinosaur when it came to using social media. But my son found Epic Web Studios, and we began working with them. And they've done an incredible job with us. They've significantly increased our followers on Twitter and Facebook. They make sure that we put up the right things. They capture every good thing that I've said or done on TV and get it out real quickly. And it's been just a revelation to me, and they've been tremendous to work with.
Don't be a dinosaur. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987.
Interstate Mitsubishi is now selling the Outlander Sport for its lowest price ever, $15,988. That's almost $5,000 less than its original MSRP of $21,890. For just $15,988, you can own an Outlander Sport with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, 7 airbags, and 18-inch alloy wheels. This is the best deal on a brand new CUV you'll find anywhere, and it's only at Interstate Mitsubishi, 1/2 mile south of the Mill Creek Mall on Route 99.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me 7 Powerball tickets, 6 match 6 chances, 5 cash points, 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Merry Millions with top prizes of $1 million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the lottery.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You ought to be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Kenny Walls, our guest here on Otters Hour, play-by-play voice of the Ottawa 67's, coming into Thursday's matchup at the Erie Insurance Arena. Tickets, of course, still available at the Erie Events website, erieevents.com, or at the Erie Insurance Arena box office. Looking at a couple guys now. Ottawa comes in, they lead, tied for the lead within the CHL with 5 guys on the November rankings from NHL Central Scouting Service, a couple of B ratings. What makes Cody Clark, Carter Robertson, Kevin Ball, what make these guys stand out for the 67's?
Well, for me, Cody, I'll start out with Cody Clark, son of Wendell. His skating ability is what stands out at you first, and then his improvement from year to year has been outstanding. When you look at back to his what would have been his major midget season, his 16-year-old season, he was playing at St. Andrews, a Canadian high school type of league, and he was okay there. He was good, and he was good enough to get on the 67's radar so that they would sign him. And last year, he didn't thrive in the system. He didn't have the confidence to go out there and improve his play. This year, he's been put on the top 6 forwards, and his play has elevated. He scored a overtime winner in 3 consecutive games, and from all the research that I've done, I don't think, and I may be wrong on this, but for talking to some very smart hockey people, I don't think that's ever been done at any level that I can remember. So that's just an impressive feat. His confidence level is sky high. He's got a release. He's not afraid to get to the dirty areas. Kevin Ball, to me, at this exact same time, is a better version of Logan Stanley of the then Windsor Spitfires. I really like his movement for a guy who's 6'6" and 230 pounds. He's starting to get in better shape, and that's scary because when he was moving as well as he did, and he was a little bit out of shape, and he can get in shape and maintain his physical play, that's going to be scary for opponents, not only at this level, but at the next level, because his straight-ahead speed is good, his lateral mobility is excellent. From the front of the net to the corner, he's very quick, and he's got a great stick. The only question for me is what level of offense he can reach, and I think that may be capped at a certain point, both in the OHL and at the next level, but very solid pro career upcoming for Kevin Ball. And the last one, Carter Robertson, he missed the beginning of the year with a lower body injury, and I think that set him back, but he's come back, and he has been more physical, more confident than he was last year. He's a big kid, although lanky. He's 6'2", 180 pounds or so, and he's got a rocket of a shot, and for him missing the start of the season set him back slightly in that he's not getting power play time right now that I think he will get later on, and that he will impress scouts with from that point of view, because if he can quarterback a power play, that's just another dimension added to his game. And offensively, he's the most potent of the 67's defensemen, aside from maybe Noel Hoffenmeyer.
Kenny, I want to get your take on the Eastern Conference. I see a lot of the West. Yeah, I get to see the East from time to time, but it seems like it's wide open in anyways games. I think it's the 67's a point behind for first in the conference. 6 points separate first and seventh, I believe. Is this wide open for anybody to go out and grasp?
It really is. I don't see anybody that's out of it. A team like Kingston has shocked me in the start that they've had, and Ottawa just played them on Sunday, a 4-2 win, but they were trailing 2-1 heading into the latter stages of the third period and were able to tie it up and then eventually win the game. But Kingston's a team that shocked me as to how far up they are. I didn't think that they would have the type of season that they are, and maybe they end up selling off Jeremy Halvig and they drop back down to earth. But there's nobody who's taken that separation. Mississauga getting McLeod and Tippett back, they'll be dangerous going forward. But a team like North Bay, they're a roller coaster of emotion. I can't imagine being a Battalion fan where you can go out one night, lose 7-1, and come back the next night and win 6-2. It is that's quite the team they have there in North Bay, just from a roller coaster point of view. But yes, you're right, it is wide open. I wouldn't say there's a favorite in the conference. I wouldn't say that there's a team that you can almost guarantee is going to finish last. There's a lot of parity in the East, and they're all good teams. I wouldn't say like in years past where the West is so much stronger than the East. Mm-hmm. There's some pretty good teams out East this year.
So does that set up Ottawa? Are they right there in a run? Do you think they'll be in the mix of things and maybe confident enough to maybe make a few deals and go for it this year?
I think so. They need goaltending. They need Olivier Tremblay, Olivier Lafreniere, or Cedric Andre to take the ball and run with it. And so far, while nobody's taken the ball, it looks like it is Olivier Tremblay's net going forward. So we'll have to see how that all plays out. But if they can add maybe one more forward, add some depth to the top 6 or top 9, they'll be in great shape. Their defense, while young, they have 2 18-year-olds, 4 17-year-olds, and a 16-year-old on the back end. I would put some money down that they are the most talented, naturally talented group. Just young, when they develop in a year or two, when they all reach a certain age, they're going to be very scary to deal with it. And if they can do that this year and mesh, they've got an opportunity to make some noise in the East. But I think another forward to just solidify the depth aspect, because right now they're going generally with 11 forwards and 7 defensemen, trying to dress the best 18 that they can. And I think if you had another forward up front, just add a little bit more depth, maybe somebody to play with Graham Clark, that would really help them out.
Kenny, last one for you. I know it's American Thanksgiving Thursday when you guys roll in. Got any requests for the media room? Anything I can set you guys up with to try to some hospitality for dinner?
You know what? I'm not overly picky about the media room, just so long as it's rink food. Yeah. I don't need a special turkey dinner or anything. Just a nice slice of pizza, maybe some wings, and some coffee. Coffee is always needed. And it's going to be nice spending another holiday in Erie. We go there once a year, and now 2 of the last 3 years we've been there for a holiday. New Year's a few years ago, and now we're coming in for Thanksgiving. So it's good timing by us.
We'll make sure I'll make sure there's some leftovers, at least something there for the group when they come in. But
fantastic.
Kenny, thanks for this. Kenny Wallace, play-by-play voice of the Ottawa 67's. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you very much, Aaron. Appreciate it.
You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
At Tim Hortons, we've got something new. Because we know change is exciting. Change is good. Change is delicious. Try our new hash brown sticks. Golden and crispy, they're perfect for dipping and sharing. Pair them with our new Western Omelette Breakfast Sandwich. Get both for just $3.49. Only at Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants for a limited time. Offer valid with biscuit, English muffin, and classic bagel breakfast sandwiches with protein, Western omelet, and cheese.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit chooselivingproof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
Over the years, technology has greatly improved the productivity of the business office. From faxes and copiers to multifunction printers, now we just don't know how to get things done without them. And that means you need a reliable printer copier and a dependable service plan. That's why you should trust Cooper Business Machines. They are Erie's only authorized dealer for sharp document systems. And most importantly, they'll maintain your machine so that it continues to, well, work. Just like your car, it needs regular maintenance and parts need to be replaced regularly. If your copier isn't properly maintained or you're not getting toner in a timely fashion, then you've been reminded of what it's like to work in the dark ages. Don't wait any longer. Your business requires dependability. Shouldn't you expect the same? Cooper Business Machines, Erie's only authorized sharp dealer and service provider. Helping you get back to business since 1980. Online at cooperbusinessmachines.com or call 456-7585. The new home of the Erie Otters, WRID Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena. It's the UPMC Intermission Report. I'm Aaron Cooney. Bringing you back in here on the broadcast, the Otters with a 4-2 lead through 40 minutes of play. Ottawa gets a couple back here in this second frame as we sit 40 minutes off the clock. We'll head into the recap for you. As the Otters open the scoring, 1 minute and 3 seconds in, Ivan Lodnia getting loose on the near side wall. After the shoot in by Taylor Radish, it kicks off the boards, and Lodnia just throwing it to the goal from along the goal line, and somehow it ends up in the back of the net, rolls through Cedric Andre, the young goaltender here for the 67's. And the Otters take a 1-0 lead. And it was all Erie in that first. 18:43, Taylor Radish on a 2-on-1. Kyle Maximowicz sets up on the left wing side. This is just moments after the Otters already had a 2-on-1 rush. And Maximowicz taking the pass, sent it high. But on this time around, Taylor Radish will hold on to that puck. Rips it top shelf over the glove of Cedric Andre, and Radish with his 11th of the season. It's a 2-0 game. Not done yet in that first period. The Otters just seconds later with 31.2 on the clock. It's Owen Hedrick with the blast from the right wing side that sails over the glove hand of Cedric Andre. Assist to Garrett Podubny and Cade Robinson. Some good offensive zone time by the Otters. And Hedrick has his, first of the night, 6th of the year. Head to the second period. At 3:32, Ottawa, they get one back. A shot from the point after a face-off win by Sam Bitton. Hudson Wilson lets it loose. Traffic in front with Quinn Ewell in that big 6'5", 195-pound frame. Timpano never saw the shot coming through to the last second. And it makes it a 3-1 game. Ottawa on the board. But just 44 seconds later, Owen Hedrick with his second of the night at 4:16 gets the 3-goal lead right back for the Otters. Set up by Ivan Lodnia coming out of the near side corner. Hedrick with a pair tonight, and it's 4-1. But Ottawa would add one back late, and this was an odd goal. It was Quinn Ewell carrying the puck down the left wing side. Then he made his move to get to the front of the net, and Timpano just kind of he slipped, or his skate got caught or something caught in the ice, and he ended up down on his wallet, and at the same time that puck slid underneath him into the back of the net for a 4-2 lead. Ottawa gets another one to get within two at the end of the frame. Shots 10-9 in favor of Ottawa during that period. 20-17 Ottawa through 40, and the Otters, although they have the 4-2 lead. Real quick, we'll take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, brought to you by the Sheridan and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels, proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. You ought to be staying with the best lighted up. See what's going on out there. They got a game in North Bay. 4-3 battalion over the Kitchener Rangers through 40 minutes of play. And over in Peterborough, 2-2 game with 1:39 to go with the Hamilton Bulldogs and the Peterborough Petes. We're going to take a break. When we come back, third period coming up next. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
As more and more companies offer their employees a choice of health plans, more and more people are deciding UPMC Health Plan is the best choice. With affordable in-network access to UPMC and other doctors and hospitals in your community, plus award-winning customer service, it's no wonder UPMC Health Plan is the fastest-growing health plan in the region. So when your employer gives you a choice this year, make the choice more and more people are making. Choose the best. Choose UPMC Health Plan.
This holiday season, my good friend gave to me 7 Powerball tickets, 6 match, 6 chances, 5 cash points, 4 cash for lives, 3 pick 3s, 2 Mega Millions.
Pennsylvania Lottery tickets make great gifts, like the new Merry Millions with top prizes of $1 million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
And best wishes from the Lottery.
Listen to this. Do you hear that? That's the sound of all the people clicking on your website right now. That's right, crickets. Get a website worth clicking about. Call or text Epic Web Studios at 814-746-6987 and turn silence into this.
An Erie landmark since 1953, Nunzi's Place serves generous portions of great food at reasonable prices. Family owned for almost 60 years, Nunzi's prepares the finest Italian cuisine in Erie. Come see why the Erie Times-News said Nunzi's is known for food that tastes good. Nunzi's Place, located at 2330 East 38th Street near the Bayfront Connector. To call for reservations or place an order for takeout, call 825-2940. Nunzi's, known for Italian food that tastes good since 1953.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit chooselivingproof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back inside the Erie Insurance Arena. Set for the third period. The Otters 4-2 lead over the Ottawa 67's through 40 minutes of play. And into action we go. Ottawa trying to get right back. A couple of goals for them as Barron throws one out to the front of the net on the drag. That's pinballed around, and Timpano able to track that puck down and cover it up. Just 15 seconds in. I'm Aaron Cooney, and welcome you back into Erie, Pennsylvania. And happy Thanksgiving to everybody here on the state side. The Otters looking to continue their home ice success, even though they lost 3 of their last 4 here from the Erie Insurance Arena. One of those being in overtime to the defending Memorial Cup champion Windsor Spitfires. The Otters, though, 7-3-1 on home ice as Quinn Ewell, who just scored his first OHL goal back in that second period, puts it on the near side boards as Ball throws it towards the net. Blocked by Sambrook. Loose down behind the Otters goal. Podubny will try the far side. Max Golod, it will spear it out to center ice. Another poke by Robinson, may have a try, but getting back his ball to defend onto the corner. Chips it near side. Picked up by Stratus and given ahead for Mitchell Holscher. He'll send it on in deep. The Otters 7-0 when leading after 2 periods of play on the season. As this one bounced around the Otters zone, True is able to come up with it, but his shot was blocked by the Otters and comes out across that line. They would have been offside. As the Otters reel back and make the pass on ahead. Max Timovic ducks left wing side. Throws it into the zone. Rims all the way around to the near side corner. Otters send it back on far side. True there first. Lifted up off the body of Wayman. Gathered in by Barron and out to center ice. So Shimolevsky chasing it down. 2-on-1 here. Shimolevsky drags, gives him front. Going to Barron and he sends it wide on the drag to the forehand. And Erie can pick it up from behind their own net. There's Max Timovic. Push out to center ice. Slowed by Holscher. He's going to drag it into the zone for the 67's. On for Barron. Wrist shot. That sails high off the glass and all the way back to center ice. Be reeled in by Hoffenmeyer. Almost 2 minutes off the clock here in this third period. The 67's looking to come back in this game. They are 4-8 when trailing after 2 periods. They trail by 2 here. Into the third as Emmett Sproul slides it into the zone. Slowed by Andre Mack behind his own net. Pitched on the far side boards by Ohatyuk. And then a tie up on the half wall. Patry, Ohatyuk, Sproul swept loose by Ohatyuk and grabbed by Ottawa on the near side corner. Ahead for Keating. Pushed around. Keating got it right back after the defensive effort by Henry. Sends it in and chases after it back behind the goal. Henry hit by Duff. Mack, and now Fogut takes over. Trying to give out to the front. That goes off a skate. And the Otters can skate to center ice with it, with Patry tossing it to the near side corner. Line change for the Erie Otters. A fresh 5 on. And as Ryan Martin tips one away, but it comes right to a 67, and they walk right in, and Felleber sends it glove hand side over Timpano, and we got a 1-goal hockey game from the Erie Insurance Arena. Bouncing puck settled from the far glass, and they set up the men just on Ty Felleber as he cuts to the middle of the ice and sends it over the glove of Timpano. 4-3, the Otters lead. Now the Otters got caught in their own end. And they just couldn't get that puck out of the zone. And Felleber able to take advantage of the former Saginaw Spirit. Makes it a 1-goal game here in the third. And here's Ewell. He's already got 1, and he creates a 2-on-1. Trying to tuck it to the front of the net. Comes on, and a shot poked away by Erie's Jack Duff to the near side corner. They follow up as Ball sends one. Kicked away by Timpano at the last second. Loose on the near side. Duff plants a man to the ice. And he slides it on with his glove to the near side wall. Reaching was Gritz. as Fellows can't get it out. Ball, D to D. Shot was blocked. And Henry chops it up the boards, but not out. Bitten has it. They turned out to the blue line, taken away by Patrick Fellows, who returns here in the Otters' services in the third period. As Andre plays it on to the near side. Fellows chasing after it, moved ahead to Holscher, and on for Bitten. His older brother Will Bitten in action with the Hamilton Bulldogs. As Max Golod takes for the Erie Otters to center ice, right wing side. Cuts around one, holds and leaves it onto the near side wall, digs it up himself, hands off to Garrett Podolny, who's hit by Hoffenmeyer. On the tie-up, slid up the near side wall, taken by Clark, and skipped out to center ice, slapped in by Shimolevsky. Barron open on the near side. He'll pick it up, though, and turns it back down deep. His one hand on the stick for Hedrick to knife it up the boards as Hedrick gives the goal on. Now Podolny still in his own end. He'll try the near side wall. It's grabbed by Robinson. Tipped on for Hedrick. Looked ahead. Trying to find Max Golod, and it's cut off by Hoffenmeyer. Stick comes up on Golod, who's a bit shaken up. Now he makes his way onto the Otters bench gingerly. And Wayman couldn't handle the puck, and he's sent to the boards on the near side. And Ottawa has it. Centering pass cut off by Wayman as he gets back up. Clark trying to reel it in. Wayman has it. And on for Ivan Lodnia at center ice. Lodnia ducks to the front, but that pass is off. It hits a skate of Hoffenmeyer. Hedrick has it at the blue line. Waits. Holds, doesn't shoot. Has some room left. Hands off to Ivan Lodnia. He'll skip off his stick to the corner. Maximovich tipping it to himself. But too far on the play. Taylor Radish, though, tried to hold in as he cut off Travis Barron. It's an offside call. And 5 minutes and 4 seconds off the clock. Here in this third frame, it's a one-goal hockey game. As Ty Fellibur had a 2-point night against the Otters back in September in their first meeting. Goal and assist, and he draws the 67's within one for his fifth of the year. Otters ramp it into the zone from the left wing side. Chasing it down, Ohotya. Played it up in a collision with Kyle Maximovich. Squirts the puck loose. Be thrown on in right wing side, and Fellibur chasing on after it. He's the first man there. Pokes it on for Fogan on the near side corner. Tied up by Taylor Radish. Ryan Martin follows up. Slid up the near side boards, but it comes right back. Thrown on in front for Fellibur. Didn't get enough on the shot, but it's slowed by the battle of Troy Timpano. And he'll smother it after the Foget centering pass. And he picked that puck back up. And Fellibur for his second, trying to tie this game up. Face-off will be to the left of the Otters Timpano. Joe Mack steps in on the draw against Bitten. Taken onto the corner, poked loose there. As by Yule, as Perrick sends it back down low. Mack runs into Yule. And still with possession is Ottawa. Holscher takes it onto the near side corner behind the Otters net. To the blue line, Perrick. Odd bounce off the near side wall and send it away from Perrick. As out to play the puck is Andre. And the Otters pick it off as whipping it to the goal is Patry. And getting back in time. Throw another centering pass just past Joe Mack. And it's on to center ice, carried by Hoffenmeyer. Slows things up as he hits the blue line. Sends it down to the near side wall, swept further by Holscher, and Joe Mack of the Otters will pick it up from the corner. On for Curtis Henry, rookie defender for the Erie Otters, and ahead for Stefan Patry, the Otters' first-round pick in the 2017 CHL import draft, as he dumps the puck in, chased by another first-rounder, Emmett Sproul. But it's Ottawa out to center ice. They run into by Christian Gurney, and Gritz one hand on the stick trying to get that puck in, and he will. After he settles it down and backhands it in. Stratus, first man on it. Slides it around the horn. True, whose older brother Alex True, part of the Seattle Thunderbirds Western Hockey League Championship team last year that the Otters saw at the Memorial Cup. As ball moves it on, Stratus' partner holds behind the net. Watched by Gurney. Stratus still waits here with 7 minutes off the clock in this third frame. And Patrick Fellows picks the pocket of Shimoleski, and they just chop it out to center ice in recovery. And now here's Travis Barron. Looks for Shimoleski. Into the zone, walking in, drags and fires, and it goes wide, and Gurney slaps it ahead. Ball holds in, wrist shot. Otters block it by Sambrook. Held at the line. Winding up, they don't shoot. It goes the ball left wing side. He'll walk in, wrister, save made, a rebound in front, and the Otters knock it away. Barron holds in, gives down low. It's Oliver True. Poked by Gritz, and Golod finds it. Turns it up the wall, but not out. Snapped ahead. It'll get out to center ice that time. The intended pass for Ball. It was backing up defensively. They'll set it up for Robertson. He hands it off comes right to Jordan Sambrook of the Otters. He'll give to Hedrick as Erie reels back to their own end. And now charging out center ice, Cade Robinson. Ducks left wing side. Trying to center in front. Comes to Podubny. Turns on the backhand. And the pass deflected away with Golod drifting in front. On ahead, Austin Keating. Able to dump it into the Otters zone. Chase after it. Steps in front of Podubny and guides it on far side wall. Held at the line. Sent in further by Wilson. On for Keating. Man jumping in. Tripped up on his way. Nothing called. As Carter Robertson jumping onto the play. And the pass sends all the way back out to Erie territory. And Keating comes back into the zone on a nice pass. The shot off the mark. Chopped at by Podubny. And now Max Simovic from the left wing. Little room to skate out to center ice. Sends it intended for Robinson of the Otters. Robertson is D for Ottawa. Bounced in the zone for Keating. He was offside just ahead of the play on that bouncing intended pass. With 11:25 to go here, third period from the Erie Insurance Arena. The Otters hold a 1-goal lead. It's 4-3 over the Ottawa 67's. Their final matchup between the two squads.
And the winning jersey number tonight is 463-712. 463-712 on the jersey.
As Ohotya takes over from the near side, back to action. Wilson behind his own net. Give it on the right wing side. Slowed up by the Otters as Yule gives back to the D. Ohotya heads behind his own net, chased by Taylor Radish. Give it back on to Wilson near side. Waits, snaps it on ahead. Holscher up the wall. No dice as it's left out near neutral ice. Maximich stepped up, but Yule able to carry away down into the honor zone. Hits the brakes at the hash marks of the left wing circle. Dances around and chops it down low. Looking to find the tape of Bitten. They get it as Holscher centers in front. Otters block that. Down to the ice goes Holscher, and Taylor Radish deflects it out to center. Slid back on for Yule. Lifted into the Otters zone. They'll make a change. Here with 10:35 to play, third period. The Otters holding to a 1-goal lead. And Ivan Lodnia carries out the center. He opened the scoring. Got a 3-point night here for Ivan Lodnia, but he's offside on the play at 10:26 of this third period. Ty Fellibert drawing the 67's within one. Patrick Fellows got the full fishbowl on after the collision with Kevin Ball. During that second period, it saw Fellows leave the game with Otters trainer Andrew Kubneski, and then good to see him back as he gives off the gurney. Now Gritz out of the corner, drags in front, trying to tip it into the goal. And Andre, able to hold on, says no. Face off will be the left of Cedric Andre. And midway through this third frame, Erie wins it back. Sandbrook thrown to the front, deflected high by Fellows. Gritz will chase it down, far side corner. Alex Gritz of the Otters. Originally a third-round pick of the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. The Otters acquired him right before the start of the season, but it's carried away by Travis Barron the other way. Wheels in behind the Otters net. Chased by Sandbrook, bumped by Gurney. Rolls off his stick, and the Otters taking the puck. Here's Sandbrook. On for Gritz. Looking for Fellows, but the Otters are ahead of the play, and the whistle sounds with 9:39 to go here, third period. Otters with a 1-goal lead, 4-3 over the Ottawa 67's in the final minutes of regulation time. Otters fans, True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk is the official milk choice of the Erie Otters. As True Moo and Meadowbrook Dairy Pure Milk, pick up a gallon today at your local grocer. The Otters looking to win a fifth straight Thanksgiving Day hockey game. Been successful here since they switched to Erie Insurance Arena after the renovations. 1-goal lead over the Ottawa 67's thus far with 9:39 to go. Otters fans, on Sunday, you want to be sure to, before you start your day, you can start with the Erie Otters. And every Sunday, 11 a.m. on Erie News Now, It's Otters All Access. Half-hour show. You have to look inside what's going on with the Erie Otters. Half-hour program. Hear from coaches, players. I'll stop on from time to time. And Gary Drapcho, John Leidig taking care of us there. That's Otters All Access. 11 a.m. every Sunday on Erie News Now. As the puck rolls down after the face-off from the neutral zone, right onto Cedric Andre. He'll smother it up. Hold on. 9:32 to play. Only a few seconds roll off the clock. As just this past Wednesday, just yesterday, we had the latest edition of Otters Hour. Select Wednesdays, pretty much every other Wednesday from 3 to 4 o'clock. All Otters talk on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260 as Troy Timpano with the glove hand save on Ty Felleber down the left wing side. That's where he scored his first one, Felleber on the glove hand. Thought he tried again, drifting down the left wing side. Timpano the stop. He's seen 26 shots here in this. Game against the 67's. He didn't play the first matchup. On and Oberoi got the start. His first of the season as this one bounced on in front. You're looking for number 2, and he can't get a shot away. Picked back onto the near side. Timpano gets back up as Bitten plays it out the blue line. Ball shot. Stick save made by Timpano as it deflects off the end boards and onto the far side wall. Wayman takes a shove there. Golod flips it up the wall, but not out as Stratus holds in. Twirling on the far side. Keeps it down low and onto the circles as Holscher trying to deke in front. Otters take it away, but it rolls back onto Timpano, and luckily for them, Owen Hedrick can carry it out ahead and get to Golod. Play it from the red line on down. Ball chases. So chip back onto the near side. There's Kane Robinson with a takeaway. Comes up the wall and drops it off down for Garrett Podobny. Still on the near side boards. Taken by Stratus, watched by Golod. Little stick lift as they twirl around the near side. Stratus takes it away and guides it on for Bitten on the far side. As Sam Bitten, a C-rated player in the November rankings. One of the 5 here for the 67's, and onto another one. It's a B-rated Kevin Ball who fires it in. Picked up by Fellows in his own end. Takes to his own corner, leaves it near side for Sandbrook, and right back return to Fellows. Alex Gritz now ducks around one man, gives off left wing side for Fellows with the wrist shot. It sails high. He's got a fire in his belly here. Patrick Fellowson's coming back. That injury, but it's tipped ahead by Shimoleski and on for Barron. Looking for Shimoleski. They're offside on the play. They got to wheel back and tag up. Allows Martin the hold on for Erie with 7:50 to go here in the third period. 1-goal lead for the Otters. 4-3 over Ottawa. Here's Gurney. Dekes around one. Sends it across for Gritz into the offensive zone. Snap shot and just wide on the blocker side. As Ryan Martin holds in, Gritz picks it up from the circles. Sends it down low for Fellows. Ohatyuk gets there first. Reverses for Shimoleski station in the right corner. And he'll snap it on ahead for Barron out at center ice. Flips it around Martin. And able to pick it up. They got a trailer in True. Holding Barron. Looking for True. Pass deflected by the Otters. Martin and taken over by Ivan Lodnia just on. 27 in white. A third rounder of the Minnesota Wild. Made a little stick handle move. Poked off his stick as Taylor Radish holds in though. And on down low. Lodnia pokes it on for Radish. Man out in front. Here's Maximovich, the quick shot. Better save by Cedric Andre. Oh, another beauty on the bang-bang play. Radish to Maximovich, but Cedric Andre says no. Holding on as Hedrick. He snaps one in. He's got 2 already. The Otters from the blue line. Wayman bounces one down, far corner. Otters chase after it here. The time winding down in the third. 4-3. Erie with the lead, holding on. As Taylor Radish after it from the far corner. Lodnia follows up. Leaves it back into the end boards, but it's grabbed by the 67's. They cough it up, though, as Lodnia looking for it after the pass by Radish. It's going to come to the near wall. Side up on the near side. Once again, battling away. Stepping in, Fogut looking for Hoffenmeyer. A collision with Taylor Radish. Run into Robertson. As they drift on near side, Robertson puts the knee out on Taylor Radish, but the puck squirts out loose. Maximovich takes over. They almost had an odd man rush. Wayman back at his own line. Sends it off the stick of Lodnia to get in deep. And that puck bounces off the end boards. And Andre just covers it up. Now Taylor Radish and Carter Robertson back and forth. And that goes from the pick play from Robertson along the near side boards. He stuck out that left leg on Taylor Radish, who does not like that one bit, and comes back at Robertson after the fact. Face off will be to the right of goaltender Cedric Andre. 6:09 to play here in the third. Podolny steps in on the face-off. Pulled back by Peter Stratus, holding now, and given out ahead for Yule. Looking for Bitton. Bounced around, followed up by Garrett Podolny, who takes it away. And leaves it for Curtis Henry in the corner. Ahead for Max Gola, deflected off a body, he'll get out to center ice. Flipped on for Kevin Ball on the near side wall, in his own territory. As he heads up the near side, Ball, big 6'6" frame, 231 pounds, sends it in off the linesman. It's Jack Duff. Will tie up Yule on the near side. Here he flips it back onto neutral ice. Ball settles it down there. Looks on the cross ice pass. They still hold backing up, giving ground. They'll leave it on the near side as Holscher makes sure it gets in deep. There's Curtis Henry. Played it off the body of Holscher on the forecheck. But Erie skips it out to center ice. It's going to be followed up here by Gola with a burst of speed. Flipped it off the leg of Ohatya. Shoved on the near side corner, and Wilson takes over for Ottawa. Fritz just on. Forces a pass up the near side that skips off the near boards and on down low. Sandbrook there for the Otters. Chmielewski all over him, looking for that turnover, and smashes Sandbrook to the wall. Puck is swept up the boards and on out to neutral ice by Erie, and defensively the Otters set things up in the neutral zone as Ottawa looking to break out from their own end. They look near side, instead drop pass and carrying to center. Ohatya hits the brakes, chips it forward, passed off the mark, but the Otters able to chase it down quickly here. Moved on for Martin. And right on back to Sandbrook in the far side corner. Erie with the biscuit. As Fellows takes a check but made the pass on to Gritz. Ahead for Christian Gurney right wing side. And his shot as he drifts to the middle. And his block kicks off the near side boards and sent ahead to center ice. Martin step up there and takes the pass from Martin, or rather from Hudson Wilson. Then floated on down low, deflected by Bear. No icing on the play as Timpano wants to move it. On for Gurney. Just nudges it ahead out to neutral ice and settled down by Carter Robertson. With 4:13 to play here in the third period. Ottawa trying to complete the comeback. 4-3 Erie. Lead now 1. Martin on the near side. Taylor Radish chipped it right to Ottawa, though. Look out, here's Fogut. A collision, but the puck rolls onto the near side as Owen Hedrick had lost his stick. And a collision with Hoffenmeyer, and Lodnia can carry the mail to center ice. And on across to the offensive side. Taylor Radish on the back door for Max Simovic. And he just couldn't get the shot away. Fanned on it, caught the heel of his stick. Taylor Radish now. Holtz right side, hands off. Wainman, slapper goes wide. And now it's Max Simovic out at the blue line. Wheeling and dealing, up high, gives off to Wainman. Floats it down low for Taylor Radish. Back out in front, it'll come to Hedrick at the blue line. Waits, holds, fires, deflected just wide. Loose to the near side wall as Lodnia puts a man down on the ice. Robertson gets up for a cross check from Taylor Radish, but Philibert has the puck. Flips it up off the glass, it'll bounce to center. And Erie slides it right on near side. Almost to the 67's, but they follow up from Carter Robertson. Heads on in, has a man to his right. Instead drops for Philibert. Give to the right. And that was Joel, rolls right off his stick. Settles in Erie territory. Here's Philibert. With 3 minutes to play. In front, Joel turns, fires. Shoulder stop by Timpano. Goaltender coming off. They're looking for the extra man. Wayman has the puck. Man ahead is Taylor Radish. Able to settle it down and just enough to poke it near side. Looking for the open net. Radish surrounded by 67's. And they stick out ahead as Stratus leaves it to center. Martin turned around. They're going to pick it up. Bitton into the zone. Looking to turn and fire, and it just bounces wide to the near corner. Extra man on for Ottawa. Goaltender off. Net empty to my right as Sandbrook steps into man on the far side boards. Ottawa in the Erie zone. Jostling back and forth. Max Simovic able to bounce it, and it'll roll and slow down. No icing as it stops at the circles. Erie wants fresh players on. They get them. Snapped on ahead near side. Holscher trying to send it to the zone. Hit by Sandbrook, and the puck squirts loose for Garrett Podolny. And he backhands this one high, but not out of the zone. Glove down by Fogut, and then a hand pass was the whistle as Paul plays the puck after the by Fogut with 2:09 to go in the third. Net empty. Well, for the time being, It appears they'll keep it that way. Door open here for Cedric Andre, but a neutral zone face-off upcoming. And now Andre's going to head to the back to his cage, the keeper. So back to 5-on-5 in a one-goal game. Well, I'm sure we're going to see Cedric Andre making a beeline to the net. Or to the bench, I should say, from the net as they keep it on the near side. And Andre Dorney calls for the goaltender. Off he goes. The foot race, but the Otters have the puck. They cannot clear. Oh, they will. Robertson thought he gloved it down and kept it along the blue line, and it was very close. But whistled with Ryan Homestead stationed right here on the blue line. Says he brought that puck out on the glove hand across the line, then brought it back in for an offside whistle. That means goaltender comes back on. And Andre Torney will get back up onto the bench. Looked at a direct traffic as the puck bounces into the Otters bench. Face-off will be here at center. And Cedric Andre will stay in the net. And a 4-3 hockey game. 1-goal lead for the Otters. And Alex Gritz will take the face-off against Travis Barron. Second-year OHLer Alex Gritz. The Cranberry kid, this one pulled back by Barron, however, and Hoffenmeyer. It would ramp it in towards the Otters zone, but it goes off a stick. And we'll reset one more time here from center ice. As the puck ends up out of play. Troy Timpano looking for a 7th victory on the season. And career game number 154. On the face-off. Pulled back by Erie. Samrook deflects it ahead to Gurney. And Gritz makes sure this gets in deep, and Barron will chase on down to the near side corner. Gritz trying to squeeze between two 67's. But they do gain possession as Ty Felleber wheels back behind his own net, and he can motor. Flying out towards neutral ice. Bouncing puck on and thrown in by Keating, and Felleber with lots of speed down to the corner as the goaltender comes off. Felleber has it near side. Looking from the circle now. Float it to the front, right to the mitt of Timpano, and he'll hold on with 70 seconds to play. Yawning cage down to our right with a minute 10 left. An offensive zone face-off for Ottawa. Well, they've won 38 of the 58 face-offs on the night. And there's the timeout called here by Ottawa. We're waiting to see if we would have that here, or they're going to hold on to it. The timeout right now. In a one-goal game as Ottawa's looking for the equalizer. Near the end of regulation time, the Otters were in. They used a first period to jump to a 3-0 lead. Lodnia just a minute and 3 seconds in. Then Taylor Radish with his 11th of the season, and then Owen Hedrick with his first of the night. Erie led 3-0 after the first 20 minutes, and then head to the second period. Where Ottawa found the offense. Little spark created by Hudson Wilson after a face-off win from Bitton. Able to sail one into the net. Erie answered 44 seconds later with an Owen Hedrick tally, the second of the night. And then his first OHL goal for Quinn Yule made it a 2-goal game. Then here in the third, Ty Felleber the only goal. The draw, Ottawa within 1. And here we go. Face-off one back behind the Otters. That thrown to the front, going with a backhand try. Barron has it stopped by Timpano, who is down along the ice. In the final minute, Barron gives on to the far side. Settled down by Ottawa. Throw to the front of the net. Save made. The rebound is underneath Timpano. Whistle sounds as they put it in. Otters don't like it. As into a fray now onto the far corner. As the puck, that shot from the right side, deflected into Timpano's equipment. And official Ryan Harrison lost sight of it, so he blew the whistle, and it eventually just rolled out from underneath Timpano And they put it in across the line, but it was well after the whistle. If they lose sight of that puck. So the Otters get the chance. So it remains a one-goal game. Erie still ahead by one, 4-3. .7 left on the clock. Another offensive zone draw here for Ottawa. It'll be to the left of Troy Timpano. Chmielewski will take it against Ivan Ladin. Couple of Detroit Honeybank alumni. The face-off in Chmielewski. Slap shot sails high. Over on the glove hand side. Robertson holds in. Bounces it down to the near side corner. Thrown back behind the net. Owen Hedrick pokes it onto the far side corner. 45 seconds to go. Slung towards the net. Hedrick deflects it. And Keating sends it on near side for Barron. Stepping in Robertson to hold in. All the way down to the near corner Otter zone. Keating trying to slide it in front. Poked away by Taylor Radish last second. Robertson has it. 30 seconds left in the final period of play. Out to the blue line. Hoffenmeyer holds. Erie leads by one. Robertson, wrist shot. Save made. The rebound. Loose midair. They block a shot as Hoffenmeyer follows up on a backhand try. Another save, Timpano. Loose to the far side of the net. Thrown back out in front. Radish puts it off a buddy. Comes right back to Hoffenmeyer, who slaps it in to tie things up at 4. We are not done yet. Well, Hoffenmeyer ties the game at 4 with 14 seconds left here in the third. Well, the Otters were just trying to push that puck to any open ice and away from Troy Timpano if they could. When it bounced around, I think Taylor Radish got the last piece of it, but it deflected off of Kyle Maximovich and came right to the blade of Hoffenmeyer, who sends it over Timpano to tie this game at 4 with 14 seconds to go. Here in regulation, Gritz chasing after far side, thrown on to the goaltender. Stop made as time winding down here in regulation. We'll have overtime from the Erie Insurance Arena. A little dessert on Thanksgiving night. .46, the time of the goal. To even things up at 4. And on to overtime we go. 3-on-3 overtime coming up. Otters fans, we got some time here between a little breather before you head to 3-on-3 overtime. Otters fans and hockey fans here in the Erie area, you can catch some of the world's best. A little exhibition before the World Junior Championship tournament starts in Buffalo. USA Hockey will be taking on Sweden here on Friday, December 22nd at the Erie Insurance Arena. Tickets are just $17, all general admission seating. Hey, you can sit on the glass if you want for $17 or way up high here at the top rows at center ice if you want it. But $17 gets you in. You can see World Junior Championship action before the tournament starts. Exhibition game between the United States and Sweden Friday, December 22nd. Those are available online at erieevents.com. There's a link on the Otters website you can go and check out to get there pretty quick as well. So I'm a little disappointed that Pittsburgh didn't get the bid. Buffalo ended up getting it because Erie would have been the second city in the World Junior Tournament. They were the partners with the Pittsburgh contingent. Would have been at the Erie Insurance Arena and at the PPG Paints Arena. As Ottawa wins this draw back, drifting his ball. Sets up Barron. 3-on-3 overtime. Ottawa has come back to tie things up. At one point, Erie had 2 3-goal leads. 3-0 and then 4-1. Into the offensive zone comes Ottawa. Tied up in the corner, Kevin Ball. Going Hedrick. Picking that puck away was Kyle Maximovich and Erie. On the march. Maximovich on across for Taylor Radish. Walks it in front. Hedrick can't get a shot away. He was tied up by Ball. And looking for the hat trick. Won't happen as Chmielewski plays up the near side. On for Ball. Pushed forward for Barron, right wing, and into the Otter zone. Ball heading off on a change. Barron stays on here, trying to go between the legs. Now ducks out in front. Stopped by Timpano on the move on Hedrick. A big save from Timpano here in overtime. In a 4-4 game. 4:14 to go. We lost all of 46 seconds. The draw will be to the right of Troy Timpano. He's seen 32 shots here tonight. Face off one, Hoffmeyer. He tied the game at 4. Slid on across right wing side. A wrist shot. Pat stop made on the deflection as Sandbrook can pick it up. Moved on to Garrett Podubny. For Ivan Lodnia. Sandbrook wide right. Lodnia carries the mail left wing side. Lodnia ducks in, turns into the front, looking for a poke check. Duck down in front. Sandbrook whacking away in the paint, and he can't get it past the goaltender. Sandbrook back behind the net now. Wheels onto the corner. Centering pass. It's off the goaltender. Podubny finds it and shoots it over the net. Deflected high. Left behind the goal for Ottawa. Hoffmeyer will settle it down. And watches as directs traffic. And he wants to get the fresh bodies on. Felleber head and Keating head off. As the Otters trade Sandbrook for Wainman. And now Hoffmeyer comes out, leaves it on the right wing. Picked up by Yule. Quinn Yule in his first OHL goal here tonight. Poked away by Ivan Lodny. It's loose out at center ice, followed up by Ottawa. And Robertson will send it in the zone. Timpano out to play it. Pokes it right back to the near corner for Wayman. Here he's got a man ahead, but Wayman can't get a pass or a shot away, so he sends behind his own net. Now holds. Ottawa backs up defensively. And Ivan Lodny will carry the mail to center ice. Lodny, end of his shift here. He'll stay on as Taylor Radish joins him. Drop pass to Wayman. Set up along the left wing side. Taylor Radish loose now. Cuts across. Middle of the ice from the circles. Wrist shot sails wide. Wayman on his horse to keep the puck in the offensive zone. Turns around and knocked down with the far side boards by Yule. And a 2-on-1 the other way though for Ottawa. Robertson walks in. Wrist shot stopped by Timpano. And he gets the whistle. Face-off will be to the right of Troy Timpano. Here in overtime, after the 67's tied the game up with just 14 seconds on the clock in regulation. Got to get a stick out of the playing area that was loose back in Ottawa territory. Taylor Radish will take the face-off for Erie, won by Ottawa. And Fogut holds down to the right wing circle, drifts back, wheeling and dealing, and just water bugging his way through the offensive zone, but he lost the puck. Picked up, followed by Holscher. Wheels behind the net. Turns from the circle. Poke check by Max Simic, trying to get on his horse and get a step. Max Simic carrying ahead. Right wing side. Kyle Max Simic peels off now. Looks. Here's Hedrick. Slap shot. Fanned on it. Hits the end boards on the try. And Holscher. Poke check by Max Simic, and it's loose down to the near side. Leans in on ball. Max Simic holds behind the net. Carries on far side corner. Out here with Hedrick and Taylor Radish. Max Simic curls back near side. Now looks to make his move. They'll set up Hedrick at the point. Drops it back for Max Simic on the near side. As he picks it up, Taylor Radish heads. Makes his move. Here's Kyle Max Simic. Poke check by ball. Picks it back up though on the far side boards. Under 2 minutes to go in overtime. Taylor Radish takes over. Makes his move on ball. Cuts to the middle. Can't get the shot away as it was poke check by ball, and it's covered by a sliding Cedric Andre, who wants the break. With 1:42 to go in overtime. Here he gets a fresh unit on. Cade Robinson, Christian Gurney, Jordan Sambrook. Face-off win by Cade Robinson. It comes to Sambrook at the blue line. Lots of traffic. They find Robinson. Wrist shot. Mask stop. Pops on the near side of the rebound. At the corner. Gurney after it. Tied up with Barron. They squirt it loose. And look out. Breaking out is Ottawa. Here's Shimoleski right wing side with options. Waits. Shimoleski fires. Save made. Rebound. Rolls across the line. And they have won the hockey game. Ottawa as they point to the ice. The Otters see the net come off as Troy Timpano ends up barreling into the net, but pointing for the goal is Mike Cairns. Otters have not left the bench just yet, as this will go to review with 1:22 remaining in overtime. So hold everything. They'll head upstairs, because when did that net come off? This is great work. Here we go. Net. Now you got to tell where the puck is. Looks like the net's off before the puck comes across. They have the overheads to work with as well. But the drive to the front by Travis Barron, as the Otters made the initial save. And then as Troy Timpano is sent into the net, a collision with Barron knocks the post off. And we'll have a delivery here from Mike Cairns as he gets off the phone. And what are we going to have here? Discusses with Harrison. And now the goal is washed out. No goal. And we'll play the remainder of overtime. It looked, even in real speed, when we first saw it happen, it looked like the net was off already when Timpano was sent into the far post. Mike Cairns thought otherwise. The face-off will be from neutral ice, as Travis Barron wants a explanation from Mike Cairns. And the face-off will be just in front of the Erie bench, with a minute 22 in overtime. Just had a goal waved off. Ottawa thought they won the game. Barron steps back on. Maximovich, Radish. Hedrick the three for Erie. Chmielewski wins the draw. Offenmeyer backs up. Well into his own end. And sends it on for Chmielewski. Pushed forward and has a man to his right. The sidecar, Barrett. Chmielewski cuts and walks in. Wrist shot. Skips off the dasher. Shot wide and the puck out of play. With a minute 6 left here in the 3-on-3 overtime period. And the draw to the left of Timpano. Erie keeps the same trio out. Maximovich can't win the draw. Fellibert. It was scoop in. Pick that puck up. Cuts across near side. Wrist shot. His own man in front. Loose wide open is Keating. Lets a backhander go. Stopped by Timpano. He wanted to play it, you could tell, but Keating wide open by himself. So Timpano holds on, and a face-off coming to his left. Maximovich again on the draw against Austin Keating. On the tie-up, Erie wins it on a tap by Radish to Hedrick, and the Otters snap it out ahead, looking for Radish. Didn't see that pass coming on behind him as it comes down to the goaltender Andre, and he'll bottle it up. And now an offensive zone face-off for the Otters. A short rest for Chmielewski and Barron. They come right back on. And now Maximovich and Radish will get a break as well. Erie's going to use their timeout. Chris Hartsburg going to draw something up. May as well. You don't take the timeouts home with you. You only get one. Why not use it? Otters rest out their top group of Hedrick, Radish, and Maximovich. Well, the Otters saw a 3-0 lead and then a 4-1 lead. All disappear here from the Erie Insurance Arena to bring us to overtime. And now with 46.4 on the clock, here in the extra frame, Otters saw Hoffenmeyer tie the game with 14 seconds left. And an offensive zone draw coming up for Erie. Maximovich just shoves Chmielewski down after the puck as he runs into ball on the far side. With one hand, ball's able to squeak it onto the near corner for a wide open Travis Barron. Hit by Maximovich. Reaching is Taylor Radish. They squirt the puck loose towards their own bench. Shimoleski will reel it in there. Rolls off his stick as Hedrick trying to poke it forward for Kyle Maximovich, and they ran into each other. Erie may have a 2-on-1. Maximovich with Radish in overtime. On for Radish. They couldn't settle that puck down. It would just not sit for the Otters. And here's Taylor Radish with a steal. Trying to set up Maximovich. Shoots it off the crossbar. 15 seconds to go. Taylor Radish winds up. Slap shot. Glove save. And Andre wants to play it with time winding down in overtime. 7 seconds to go. Erie just caught the crossbar. 5 seconds to play. Shimoleski looking to back to the front. Ball turns it in front for Barron. And he sends it wide as time was expiring. And almost had the OT winner at the buzzer. We will need a shootout here on Thanksgiving Day.
Shots on goal in overtime for Ottawa 4 for a game total of 36, for Erie 3 for a game total of 25. Tonight's game will be
And on to a shootout. The Otters have only gone to 2 of these. 1-1 in shootouts. Ottawa 1-0 in shootouts. They had won 5 of their previous 6 overtime games. Only one escaping into a shootout. And Troy Timpano a 75% save percentage in shootouts. Has stopped 18 of 24 attempts on him. He will be the Otters goaltender. And we'll see who the Otters go with after they do a quick dry scrape of the ice here as we head to overtime. The Otters a 3-goal lead after 1. With Ivan Ladnia, 1 minute and 3 seconds in, opened the scoring. And then later on in the period, the Otters in the final minute and 17 seconds would pick up 2 goals. With Taylor Radish on the board for his 11th of the year. And then first of the night for Owen Hedrick. Goal number 6 of the season at 19:28, set up by Garrett Podubny and Cade Robinson. Head to the second frame where Ottawa, they get on the board. A point shot from Hudson Wilson. Sails past Troy Timpano with a lot of traffic in front. To make it a 3-1 game, but 44 seconds later, Otters get it right back. Owen Hedrick with his second of the night at 4:16. And the Otters are once again up by 3, 4-1. But Ottawa no quit as they would rally, scoring the next 3. Quinn Ewell with his first OHL goal at 12:31 of the second period, which will take us into the third, where Ty Felleber at 2:57 would bring Ottawa within 1 and then set up the eventual game-tying goal at 19:46. Just 14 seconds on the clock as the Otters couldn't clear their zone. And a little deflection sees the puck roll right onto the tape of Noel Hoffenmeyer, and he sends it over the glove of Timpano to tie the game at 4. Nothing going into overtime. Well, we did have what we thought may have been the game-winning goal on a drive at the front of net by Travis Barron, but he also knocked over Troy Timpano into the post. That knocked the net off as well originally. It was waved a goal by Mike Cairns, but they went into review. The net had come off the moorings before the puck crossed the line. So the goal was washed out in overtime. Nobody else could score, so here we are with a shootout. Third of the season here for the Otters. They are 1-1. And Kyle Maximovich will be the first shooter.
shooting first for the Otters, number 9, Kyle Maximovich.
1 for 6 career, 0 for 2 this season. Maximovich settles it down now, walks on and goes to the backhand, and he can't put it home. Tried to tuck it in around the pad of Cedric Andre, but but no dice. Ottawa up next. Their first shooter, Graham Clark. A couple of beaver paddles, and he picks the puck up. Now makes his move onto the net. Pat stops Timpano as he tried to go onto the glove. Timpano is 75% stopper here in shootouts in his career. 18 of 24, he has stopped. Ivan Ladnia up next. 62%. He's 5 of 8 in his career. 0 for 1 this season. Comes in wide left. Now makes his move to the front. At the hash marks. Goes to the 5-hole try. No dice. Cedric Andre able to stay with him. And Sasha Chmielewski up next. Both graduates of Detroit Honey Baked. Former teammates. As Ladnia unable to go. Couldn't get his shootout attempt. Chmielewski next. Comes right down Main Street. Trying to put it through the legs of Timpano. He's got the paddle down to deny Chmielewski. And next up, Taylor Radish. No goal scorers here in the shootout just yet. Taylor Radish, watch for him to walk in and rip it. Comes right down the middle of the ice. Moves in. Wrist shot. Getting a piece of it is Andre. Radish previously, now 3 for 6 in his career in shootouts. And Felibert, game on his stick. The speedster picks up ground from his own end. Takes the puck right. Hits the circles. Walks in at the hash marks. Lots of moves. And he lost the handle as the puck rolls to the near side corner. Now the Otters have no other career experience in the shootout. This will be Garrett Podubny's first career try with a shootout opportunity. And he'll pick the puck up. The left-hander from Serov Russia makes his move in front. Stick save by Andre. Well, Hoffenmeyer tied the game up at 4 with 14 seconds left. And he's got the chance, game on his stick in the shootout. Hoffenmeyer moves in, curls, brings it on near side. Gets the shot away. Did it slide through Timpano? He's got it underneath him. And they say no goal. Now it took a little while, a little discussion between our linesman and official, and they say no. Owen Hedrick next for the Otters. First career shootout opportunity. Otters defenseman. 2 goals here tonight. Walks in, goes 5-hole, no dice. Once again is one pad down for Cedric Andre to make the stop. Well, the Otters just had some shootout practice. They stayed after practice for some shootout rounds on Wednesday, but nothing going here. Matthew Foggett next. 93 in the barber pole jersey. Slows things up. Tries to go 5-hole, and Timpano says no. We head to the 6th round of the shootout. And up next for Erie, Max Golod. And Golod, the rookie, a 13th round pick of the Otters, comes in left. Fakes the shot, goes to the backhand, slides it through the 5-hole. Otters take a 1-0 lead in the shootout. And the first career try for Max Golod is successful. Oliver True next. The younger brother of Alex True, the former Seattle Thunderbird. As True comes right down Main Street, hits the circles, walks in, stopped by Timpano. Homie, don't play that. Otters take the game 5-4. Max Golod with the shootout winner. Troy Timpano stops 6 here in the shootout. And the Otters get the 2 points on home ice. You can rock them from the Erie Insurance Arena. We'll step away for a break. We'll have the Otters postgame show here after this. You're listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
The Sheraton and Courtyard Erie Bayfront Hotels are proud sponsors of the Erie Otters. Join them for their pregame and postgame celebration at the award-winning Bayfront Grill or the brand-new Shoreline Grill, located just minutes away from all the action. Let them help you fuel up for the high-energy game with their extensive menus and craft brew selections. You oughter be dining with the best. The Sheraton Erie Bayfront Grill and Courtyard by Marriott.
Looking for the best health plan through your employer? Well, let's look at the proof. With Highmark, you're covered wherever and whenever at 93% of doctors across the country and in 190 countries across the world. So whether you're going to Minneapolis or Milan, your coverage goes too. Choose the plan with Living Proof. Choose Highmark, Blue Cross Blue Shield. Visit ChooseLivingProof.com. Network coverage varies by plan. Check your member materials for details.
The 2017 OHL champion Erie Otters are proud to partner with Lilly Broadcasting and Erie News Now to offer the new Super Saver sections. Otters fans can purchase tickets to all home games for the best value ever in team history with $12 seats. That's right, fans of all ages can purchase tickets to any Erie Otters home game for just $12. That's the Erie News Now Super Saver sections, offering $12 tickets to all Otters home games. Catch the Otters at home Saturday, November 25th against the Sarnia Sting. Get your tickets at the Erie Insurance Arena box office, online at erieevents.com, or by calling 814-452-4857.
The new home of the Erie Otters, WRIE Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Welcome back here inside the Erie Insurance Arena, where the Otters have won their 5th straight Thanksgiving Day game. Took to a shootout, but the 5-4 victory for the Otters over the Ottawa 67's, and they split the season series one apiece. And the victory for the Otters back on the winning side on home ice. Their 8th home win of the year. 5-4 in a shootout. And the Otters, well, now you got an idle day tomorrow, and then it's on to see the Sarnia Sting in their first visit to the Erie Insurance Arena tomorrow, or on Saturday, excuse me. The number 1 team in the CHL makes their visit to the Erie Insurance Arena Saturday night. I'm Aaron Cooney, and we're inside the Otters postgame show. And we'll jump right into our recap. Here in that first period, the Otters would see 2 3-goal leads disappear. But getting out to that 3-0 lead in the first, Ivan Lodnia starts the scoring at 1:03 of the opening frame. Assist to Taylor Radish and Jordan Sambrook. And it was a great pace to start of the game in that first. Up and down, chances all around. Erie was outshot 10-8, but they would capitalize on their opportunities, and they would get a pair of goals in the final 2 minutes. Taylor Radish with his 11th of the year at 18:43. Snaps it home on a 2-on-1 break with Kyle Maximovich. As the Otters go ahead by 2. And then with just 31.2 on the clock, Owen Hedrick with his first of the night. Goal number 6 on the season. The Otters lead 3-0 through 20 minutes. Ottawa looking to start the comeback in the second. It begins with Hudson Wilson sailing one into the net through a screen on Troy Timpano at 3:32. Makes it a 3-1 game. But the Otters answer right back, and it's Owen Hedrick again. Set up by Ivan Lodnia. A 3-point night for Ivan Lodnia. Just 44 seconds after the Ottawa goal, and the Otters take a 4-1 lead, back up by 3. And Ottawa, no quit in the 67's. As they would add one more before the expiring second period, as Quinn Yule with his first OHL goal. At 12:31 of the second period, make it a 4-2 game heading into the break. And in the third, make it interesting early and often. What you need, down by 2, you get one quick in under 3 minutes in at 2:57. It's Ty Felibert, the former Saginaw Spirit, their first rounder back in 2014. It would have beat Timpano on the glove hand side on the move to the middle of the ice. It's a 1-goal game, setting up to an empty net for the 67's. They pulled the goal. There's still some change left in the game. But they go all the way down to the final minute. Erie trying to clear a bouncing puck in front of their net as Taylor Radish puts it off of Maksimovic. Bounces in front for Noel Hoffenmeyer, and he sends it past Timpano to tie the game at 4 with just 14 seconds on the clock. The unassisted tally at 19:46 would send us to overtime. And in the overtime period, Ottawa thought they won the game. Big celebration as the puck rolls across the line with the net coming off its moorings. It was deemed a good goal. They went back on the review. They came back. The net had come off prior to the puck crossing the line. And the Otters given life in the game as the goals waved out and washed out on the play. And Erie came back down, and that was about 1:20 left. And the next shift, Kyle Maksimovic sends it off the crossbar. Otters came that close from taking the game in overtime. And we would end up needing a shootout. It would take to the 6th round before somebody could beat a goaltender. And with his first shootout opportunity, Max Golod puts on the Ritz and slides the puck through the 5-hole of Cedric Andre. Otters had the lead. They needed a goal from Oliver True, their 6th shooter, to tie things up and extend the shootout to a 7th round. But Timpano comes up with the glove save, and the Otters take the game 5-4 here from the Erie Insurance Arena in front of 4,369 here on Thanksgiving Day. And what a way to finish your Thanksgiving with the dessert of Erie Otters hockey. And you got everything as much as you could. Overtime, shootout, you name it. Bring us here, and the Otters get the victory and the 2 points on the night over the East Conference foe Ottawa 67's, and they'll split the season series 1 apiece. Otters outshot 36-25 on the night. To get us into, well, end up being an overtime, a couple chances for Erie. But we end up in the shootout, and Max Golod, the hero, number 77, in his first try on a shootout in his career. And he makes good, going on the backhand, and sends it through the 5-hole of Andre, and the Otters take the game 5-4. We'll take a look at tonight's Iron Workers Local G number 3's Ironmen of the game with tonight's 3 stars. 3rd star from the Erie Otters, Troy Timpano, as he stops 32 of 36 in all 6 shooters in the shootout to pick up his 7th win of the season, and the Otters their 10th win on the year. 2nd star for the Erie Otters, it's Ivan Lodnia, a 3-point night, goal and 2 assists. Lodnia with 26 points on the year. The number 1 star, Owen Hedrick. 2 goals on the night. Be named the game's first star. His second 2-goal night on the season. His last one was against the Kingston Frontenacs. Also went to overtime when he scores 2 goals. But the Otters prevail in a shootout. Here on the final score of 5-4. 1-0 in the shootout. Max Golod, the only goal scorer. Erie back in action on Saturday night with the Sarnia Sting coming to town. Their first visit to the Erie Insurance Arena on the season. The number 1 team in the CHL, the Sarnia Sting, in here at the Erie Insurance Arena Saturday night. Tickets always available at erieevents.com with the Erie Insurance Arena box office as well. And don't forget, for just $12, you can get into a hockey game. That's right, the Erie News Now Super Saver sections. $12 tickets to all Erie Otters home games. Doesn't matter your age, whatever, all ages, it's $12 at the Erie News Now Super Saver section. So be sure to take advantage of that and see this pretty good matchup coming up. A first-round rematch with the Sarnias from the playoffs last year, and the Sarnia Sting coming in for the first time on this 2017-2018 campaign, the number one team in the CHL on their way to Erie. We're going to wrap things up here from the Erie Insurance Arena and the post-game show as the Otters prevail 5-4 in a shootout over the Ottawa 67's here on Thanksgiving Day. That's their fifth straight Thanksgiving Day victory for the Erie Otters here on the Erie Insurance Arena ice. I'm going to wrap things up. I want to thank Nick Ritson back in studio as we say good night and a happy Thanksgiving to everybody tuning in. I'm Aaron Cooney saying so long. Final score, Otters 5, Ottawa 4 in the shootout. The Otters take the game, setting up Saturday's matchup with the Sarnia Sting here from Erie, Pennsylvania. We'll talk to you then. You've been listening to the Erie Otters Radio Network on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
You've been listening to Erie Otters Hockey on WRIE Erie. Follow all the action throughout the season on the new home of the Erie Otters, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
To anyone I've ever seen, it's no accident that he's a great shooter.
Jack McCallum here on CBS Sports Radio with me, Bill Ryder. He has a new book out, Golden Days, about Jerry West Lakers, about Steph's Warriors, and the California Dreamers who helped reinvent basketball. Jack, how much credit? Everybody wants credit, especially when things go extraordinarily well. I had a long conversation on Saturday with Travis Schlenk, who was obviously with the Warriors in a high level. Bob Myers does a great job. A lot of smart people in that organization. How much credit should Jerry West get for what the Warriors have accomplished and what they've put together?
Well, it's interesting you mentioned Travis because I think Travis and Jerry, I didn't hear what Travis said on your show, but I think Jerry and Travis were very similar. I think of anybody in the organization that Jerry felt close to, I think it was probably Travis. I'm sure Travis said something like that, right, on the show?
He did, and he's got he's from a small town and works 3 million hours a week.
Yeah, they have certain, no-nonsense background things together, as
right.
well as they look at players. I think Jerry was extremely important in the conversion of this franchise from a laughingstock to someone that was taken seriously. First of all, just his presence. I mean, Peter Guber, the co-owner, had a great line that when we hired Jerry, he gives us cover of darkness, meaning if we screw up, if we do something wrong, hey, we're still a legitimate organization. We have Jerry West, who's universally the most respected man in basketball. I think he was very important in the decision to keep Steph Curry and trade Monta Ellis, which, believe it or not, was a thing 6 or 7 years ago they were considering doing. And I think he was very important in terms of keeping Klay Thompson and not trading for Kevin Love. All of those things happened, several years ago. As time went on, Bob Myers became a great general manager. The owners found their footing, knew what they were doing. Steve Kerr became arguably the best coach in the NBA, along with Greg Popovich. Curry morphed into a great player. They had their pieces signed through 2019. And I think one could make the reasonable argument that Jerry probably did become less important in the last 2 or 3 years, which is what led Joe Lacob to order him to take a cut in salary if he was going to stay with the team. Jerry didn't take to that very well, which is now why he's with the Clippers. And we wonder 2 or 3 years down the road, all these things are cyclical. If everything's rolling with the Warriors, everything's cool now. But I do wonder down the road if they will ever regret, parting ways with Jerry West, because he did not want to leave. He loved that organization.
Jack McCallum, before we let you go, what is your confidence level that Jerry West can, in some way, big or small, have a impact on that Clippers organization and try to yet again recreate a series of lines on a resume that I think might make him the greatest front office person we've ever seen?
Yeah, it's still shaking out there. You know, after Jerry got hired, I mean, they made another big move. You know, they stripped Doc Rivers of his title. So my sense is there's kind of a vacuum in the front office. They're feeling things out a little bit, and they're going to need 2 or 3 years. Jerry's getting on to, Jerry will be 80 years old. He's still as sharp as ever. He still keeps his head in the game. When you're around the guy, you wouldn't believe the phone calls he gets. He's still getting information from his sources that other people don't get. But it's still, I still can't have a high confidence level. I think he's still trying to figure out his way in the organization, and that's going to be up to Steve Bannon. It's going to be up to Lawrence Frank. And the Clippers are sort of, this season, we're going to have to see which way it goes. You know, they parted. Chris Paul left. The team is rebuilt around Blake Griffin. So I think this year is going to be kind of marching in place a little bit for Jerry, and they're going to see how much. I'm sure he would like to have an impact next season, but I think that's a little bit hard to predict. I know that's a bit of a cop-out. Sorry, Bill, but
no, it's a good answer. Jack McCallum is on Twitter at McCallum12. The book Golden Days, West Lakers, Steph's Warriors, and the California Dreamers Who Reinvented Basketball is available now. You can get it many places, including, if you want to make it easier on yourself, jackmccallum.net. Jack, big fan of your work. It is a privilege to have you on the show. Really enjoyed talking some hoops with you. Thank you very much for making time.
Well, thanks for having me, Bill. I enjoyed it.
All right, thank you to everyone for listening. Have a wonderful rest of your Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful holiday weekend. We will be back at it on Monday. Me, Bill Ryder, Adam Klug, Stuart Kovacs, James Ward. Thank you again for listening to the show. This best of Thanksgiving edition of Ryder Than You right here on CBS Sports Radio.
He went to Jared because the vault is now open for the Jared Black Friday event, November 24th through December 3rd. Take advantage of amazing prices on select merchandise, all hand-picked by Jared's expert jewelers. So be of good cheer and go to jared.com to discover what's inside the vault at the Jared near you. Some exclusions apply. See jared.com for details.
Is credit card debt ruining your life? Now you can have a large portion of your credit card debt forgiven. Get Relief Today wants to give you free information that shows you how. This program is proven to work for credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt. We'll give you the secret to this money-saving program absolutely free. 800-207-8558. That's 800-207-8558. That's 800-207-8558.
Are you looking for senior care for your mom or dad but don't know where to start? Hi, I'm Joan London with The Place for Mom. Nobody knows your parent or loved one better than you, and nobody knows senior living better than the experts at A Place for Mom. They've helped thousands of families find the right place for their mom or dad.
I was so glad that I called A Place for Mom. My advisor really listened and was truly my partner in finding senior care for my dad. She went out of her way to get to know him as a person and was always there whenever I had a question.
The senior living advisors at A Place for Mom partner with thousands of families every month, listening and offering local knowledge and advice to help find the best senior living communities across the country. And it's a free service. Here's the number.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-467-7530.
There's a place for answers, a place for mom. Call today.
Call A Place for Mom at 1-800-467-7530. That's 1-800-467-7530.
If you can't seem to stay ahead of your bills, then this message is for you. How would you like to have a large portion of your credit card debt, medical bills, and department store debt forgiven? National Credit Card Relief would like to give you free information on a proven debt forgiveness program. This program has been used by thousands to legally forgive millions in unsecured debt. It's not bankruptcy. It's not consolidation. This special program actually wipes clean the portion of your debt that is forgiven from what you owe your creditors. Call for free information and get all your questions answered in the first free call. The more you owe, the more you can save. If you have at least $10,000 or more in credit card bills, this debt forgiveness program can be very effective. Call for free information and find out more now. 800-291-6670. There is no cost or obligation for the information. Don't wait. Call 800-291-6670. That's 800-291-6670. Get your debt problem solved. Call 800-291-6670 today. Not available in North Dakota.
Attention all authors. Page Publishing is looking for authors. Have you written a book and want to get it published? Page Publishing will get your book into bookstores and for sale online at Amazon, Apple iTunes, and other outlets. They handle all aspects of the publishing process for you. Printing, cover art, publicity, copyright, and editing. Call 800-501-3689 now for your free author submission kit. That's 800-501-3689 for your free author submission kit. Again, 800-501-3689.
Are you behind on your federal student loan payments? You may qualify to have your entire student loan forgiven with one free call. That's right. If you're a teacher, police officer, firefighter, or work for a nonprofit, federal programs are still available to have your entire student loan forgiven. Student Loan Options wants to give you free information on all the programs that can help. The sooner you call, the faster you can get relief. Get the maximum loan forgiveness, loan reduction, or consolidation available. Plus, find out in the first free call what you qualify for. A loan forgiveness specialist is standing by to answer all of your questions for free. Stop worrying about student loan payments. This free information could change your life. Call 800-374-0311. 800-374-0311. Wipe out your federal student loan debt. Find out how. Call 800-374-0311. 800-374-0311.
War, poverty, and disaster have left millions of children around the world orphaned, abandoned, alone. When their parents can't be there, SOS Children's Villages is there. SOS Children's Villages is the world's largest nonprofit for orphan and abandoned children. In 134 countries, including the U.S., they provide vulnerable children with a loving and stable family, medical care, and an education. Children in crisis are counting on you. To make a difference in the life of a child, go to sos-usa.org.
WRIE Erie and W242CU Erie, CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260, sponsored by Bianchi Honda, voted Erie's best for auto sales and service.
CBS Sports Radio. Sports Flag.
I'm John Fast. Not much offense to speak of at FedEx Field with the Redskins taking on the Giants, and for the latest, we head down to the nation's capital and check in with Craig Heist.
Yeah, John, we're at the half, and just a pair of field goals in this game. We're knotted at 3-all between the Skins and the Giants. Nick Rose booting a 28-yarder right before the half to tie the game at 3. The Giants have a 30-yard field goal off the foot of Aldrich Rosas. And in this game, the quarterback play, Kirk Cousins, 10 of 18, 115 yards. Eli Manning, 7 of 14 for 60 yards rushing. The Giants with 61 yards on the ground, and the Redskins virtually nothing, and that's kind of why we were at where we're at. 3-3 tie. Giants and Redskins were at the half.
All right, Craig. Meanwhile, plenty of other NFL football to go around on Thanksgiving where the Cowboys' struggles continue.
Now rolls out under pressure, and that pass is picked off. Desmond King, 25, 30, cuts inside to the 35, 40, 45, 50. No one in front of him. He's going to go to the end zone. The rookie out of Iowa at the 10, 5, 90-yard pick six, Desmond King.
Matt Smith on the Chargers radio network, one of 2 interceptions thrown by Dak Prescott as the Chargers roll past the Cowboys 28-6. Phillip Rivers threw for 434 yards and 3 touchdowns. Keenan Allen finished with 11 catches for 172 yards and a score. Dallas has lost 3 in a row. Meanwhile, the Vikings dropped the Lions 30-23. Case Keenum had 2 touchdown passes and a touchdown run to lead the Vikes to their 7th straight win. Kyle Rudolph had 2 touchdown catches. Latavius Murray ran for 84 yards in the score. Matthew Stafford, meanwhile, injured his ankle in the 4th quarter. He did stay in the game for the Lions. Turning to college football, it's the Egg Bowl in Starkville, late 3rd quarter. Ole Miss leading number 14 Mississippi State 17-6. The story in this one, though, is Bulldogs quarterback Nick Fitzgerald. He left the game in the 1st quarter with a gruesome leg injury. Turning to college basketball, 14 minutes left to play, and it's 23rd-ranked West Virginia out in front of Marist, 37. Meanwhile, in the first half, Arizona on top of SMU, 21-20. Earlier, Rhode Island upset 20th-ranked Seton Hall, 75-74. Western Kentucky surprised number 18 Purdue, 77-73. Top-ranked Duke pulled away from Portland State, 99-81. Xavier, no trouble with GW, 83-64. North Carolina knocked off Portland, 102-78. Luke May at 20-10. St. Mary's handled Harvard, 89-71. And fifth-ranked Villanova overcame a 15-point deficit to knock off Tennessee, 85-76. Jalen Brunson with 25. I'm John Fentz.
Hi, this is Rich Ackerman. We've got great NFL coverage every Sunday. Eye on Football. Expect it here. CBS Sports Radio.
CBS Sports Radio.
Catch Erie Otters action home and away all season long. Right here on CBS Sports Radio, 96.3 and 1260.
This is Pharrell on the bench.
They're not getting rid of the owner, okay? You stupid asses need to check yourselves and just stop with your nonsense. No one's ever going to forget that he beat a woman. But he's going to play football in the NFL. So at the end of the day, did he ever really learn his lesson? Because he's going to go get paid. This guy, he's got anger issues. He's a crybaby meltdown wuss. He's an embarrassment. He does it all the time. I mean, what's next with this guy? I can't stand him now. I can't stand the whole family. I wish ill will on all of them. I don't want anything to do with any of them. I wouldn't want him anywhere near my team. It's a cancer. You gotta watch what you say, but he can say whatever he wants about anybody. Screw that 6 ways till Sunday. If you talk crap about people, people should be able to talk crap about you.
No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness. So if you're running, stop running. One life, one chance, start living. Sing it louder just to let the world know. No, we're not nameless, we're not faceless, we were born for greatness.
You're listening to Pharrell on the bench.
Happy Thanksgiving, one and all. JJ, John Jastrzemski in for Scotty Pharrell. It's Pharrell on the bench. It's right here on CBS Sports Radio. Join the conversation, 855-212-4CBS. Coming to you live from the O'Reilly Auto Parts studio. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. We got Sampson, we got Peterson. They're across the way on the other side. We got Johnny Fast, updates, top and bottom of every hour. And a pretty crazy start to the Thanksgiving slate of NFL action, and a rather telling Thanksgiving for a couple of different teams around the league. We already have 2 games in the books. You have a stinker going on down in Landover, Maryland, where it's 3-3 between the Giants and the Washington Redskins. But first things first, I wondered, and I still wonder, when it's all said and done, if Case Keenum, as a quarterback, is good enough to win multiple games in the postseason. Is he going to be good enough to go to Philadelphia and win in January? Is he going to be good enough to win a game where it's a shootout against Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints? I am still very much a skeptic of Keenum talking big picture January football. But with the whole nation watching, Thanksgiving Day, 12:30 in the afternoon, essentially trying to wrap up first place in the NFC North. Let's be fair. It was yet another virtuoso performance by Case Keenum and the Minnesota offense. And the Minnesota Vikings made a statement. Going into Detroit, building a 17-point lead, winning by the score of 30-23. Minnesota's the best team in that division. With Aaron Rodgers on the sideline, there's nothing to discuss. Because Keenum is doing just enough. They run the football well. They have completely rebuilt the offensive line from start to finish. I mean, that offensive line last year in Minnesota was one of the worst offensive lines in all football. It shows you if you make the right moves, if you reshuffle things, you can turn it around in a hurry. Thielen, Diggs, Rudolph, and their defense, it's got ballers. From Smith to Griffin to Xavier Rhodes, on and on we go. That defense played at an all-world level. It has throughout the course of this year. And Matthew Stafford missed a couple of throws. He tried to do his usual heroics in the fourth quarter, came up small. And now Minnesota at 9-2. You're not just thinking about an NFC North. You're thinking about the idea of playing home games in the month of January, getting a first-round bye, and making a legitimate push to try and get to the Super Bowl. That's what Viking fans are dreaming of. And how could you not be? Now, when it's all said and done, if you're telling me, JJ, you could put a couple shekels on Minnesota to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl, I'd give you 3 or 4 choices I'd prefer. I'd still give you Philly. I'd give you New Orleans. I'd give you the Carolina Panthers. But Minnesota is proving me wrong week in and week out. So I have to be fair. Even though I'm not fully committed to sipping the Case Keenum Kool-Aid. Yeah, he should start. Yeah, he's the Vikings quarterback. I'm still not in love. He's playing great. But I think other teams in the NFC are better positioned. But Viking fans dreaming big, and I can understand that. 9-2, NFC North pretty much over and done with. And the Vikings now getting ready to try and position themselves for a bye, or dare I say the number 1 seed in the NFC. That's game 1, 30-23, Vikings over the Lions. Then you have game 2. And, the score between the Chargers and the Cowboys, 28-6, honestly, it doesn't do that game justice to the way the Chargers completely beat down Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. The Chargers completely overmatched them in the first half. The fact that game was only 3-0 at the end of the first half was remarkable. And why? Because the Chargers didn't have a kicker. They had to settle for a couple of field goal attempts. They missed one. They went for it on a 4th and 13. That game should have been 10-0 at halftime, and then they came out and they smoked them in the second half. Cowboy defense, we said it last night. They are not the same when Sean Lee is not there. You take Sean Lee off that defense, they go from being pretty solid to below average. You look at that offense, and we all talked about it when the suspension came down for Ezekiel Elliott. How would it impact the Dallas Cowboys as a whole? I think you are seeing the results of that for one Dak Prescott. Now, there are going to be some who say Dak Prescott stinks. Dak Prescott's not ready for prime time. Last year was a mirage. On and on we go. I'm not willing to go that far. But what I am willing to say is that he is a quarterback that when you have all the pieces around him, he can shine. He's not quite ready to be Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, and Russell Wilson. Where Russell Wilson has hot garbage on his offensive line. He has no running game to speak of. And what does Russell Wilson do week in and week out? He's throwing for 300 yards. He's throwing 3 touchdowns. He's making plays in the fourth quarter. Wilson has that intangible that he's grown into over the years. In year 2 for Dak Prescott, you have a beat-up Tyron Smith. You lose Zach Martin's one of the best guards in all of football. You lose Ezekiel Elliott. He's not a guy that's going to take the Dallas Cowboys on his back and carry him into the postseason. He has been exposed to some degree in this 3-game stretch where Dallas gets smoked in the second half by Atlanta. They get smoked in the second half by Philadelphia. And here on Thursday, they get smoked by the Los Angeles Chargers. And I said it yesterday, and I'm going to stand by this statement. I believe in Dallas's talent when they are right and when they are healthy. But how can you look at the Dallas Cowboys right now in this loaded NFC where you have talented teams galore, right? Philadelphia, Carolina, New Orleans, Minnesota, the Rams, the Seahawks. Even the Falcons have a better record right now than Dallas. How is Dallas going to find their way to 10 wins? Look at their schedule. You tell me the Dallas Cowboys are running the table? Think again. Their season has gone completely off the rails. And there are going to be a lot of people down there after they had a banner year where they were a division champ, where they had home field advantage throughout, and they had a bitter playoff loss to the Green Bay Packers a year ago. There will be so many folks wondering what the hell happened to the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm going to tell you, it's not all on the shoulders here of Dak Prescott. He's a quarterback that's solid, not spectacular, needs the pieces around him in order to be successful. If they are not there, he is not going to thrive. Case closed. As for the Los Angeles Chargers, the LA Chargers, if you're New England, if you're Pittsburgh, if you're Kansas City, that is a team that you want absolutely no part of in the postseason. Why? The Chargers are dangerous. Unlike these other teams, Baltimore, Buffalo, my Dolphins, the New York Jets, all of these teams are extremely flawed. They have major, major weaknesses. What is the Charger weakness? You're going to tell me their secondary? It's average. Their pass rush is extraordinary. Their quarterback is a future Hall of Famer. Their running back is a Pro Bowl caliber running back. They have weapons on the outside. They got 2 terrific tight ends. I mean, the Chargers should be way better than 5-6. Go look at the schedule. Tough loss in New England. Heartbreaking loss to the Dolphins. Heartbreaking loss to the Broncos. Heartbreaking loss to the Jaguars. That's been their MO. But now they're starting to win these games. And if they get into the playoffs, with that pass rush, with that quarterback, they're a tough out. So if I'm one of these teams in the AFC, and I do believe it's a 2-conference race with New England and Pittsburgh, but if you're thinking about who out of these middle-of-the-road teams could maybe give me a run for my money in January, the team that obviously stands out, the Los Angeles Chargers. That was on full display here on Thanksgiving Day. 855-212-4CBS, 855-212-4227. The Dallas Cowboys, as far as I'm concerned, finished here in 2017. And does this bad stretch of games have you reconsidering the idea of Dak Prescott as a franchise quarterback? We will get into that. And how about a crazy Thursday in college basketball? All these tournaments, all these games. One of the feel-good stories of last year's tournament, Rhode Island. They won a game. They gave Oregon a run for their money. They stunned nationally ranked Seton Hall. Their outstanding head coach, Dan Hurley. He'll join us. JJ and for Scotty Farrell. It's Farrell on the bench. It's right here. CBS Sports Radio.
Hi, this is Chip Wade, DIY expert, TV host, and lead designer for WadeWorks Creative. At the Home Depot, you can find the perfect gift at the perfect price. Give the gift that will get more use, like the Ryobi Drill Driver Kit, Ryobi Hammer Drill Kit, or the Ryobi 1+ 18-volt brushless hammer drill kit. Plus, check out other top brands and tools like Makita, Milwaukee, and Husky. Visit HomeDepot.com/tools for details and all the holiday gift possibilities. The Home Depot, more saving, more doing.
Right now, the Home Depot has the perfect holiday gift. The Husky 268-piece mechanics tool set. Black Friday priced at just $99, our best value of the year. Purchased separately, you'd pay over $500 for these ratchets, wrenches, and sockets. That's not just more tools for the money. That's more tools for less money. Husky's 268-piece mechanics tool set. Just $99, now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Valid through November 29th, U.S. only while supplies last.
Dell's Small Business Black Friday sale is on now with the lowest prices of the year. Shop huge doorbusters on the latest business PCs with Intel Core processors, plus top brand electronics and accessories. Just call 877-BUY-DELL. Did we mention there's free shipping on everything? For the year's absolutely lowest prices, don't miss out on these Black Friday doorbusters for small business. Just visit Dell.com/SB Black Friday or call 877-BUY-DELL.
He went to Jared because the vault is now open for the Jared Black Friday event, November 24th through December 3rd. Take advantage of amazing prices on select merchandise, all hand-picked by Jared's expert jewelers. So be of good cheer and go to Jared.com to discover what's inside the vault at the Jared near you. Some exclusions apply. See Jared.com for details.
After the turkey's been eaten, the leftovers packed up, and the family's gone their separate ways, it's time for Candy. That's Candy's adult playground, of course. That's right, Candy's is open on Thanksgiving from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Kick off the holidays and show your thanks the Candy's way. Then on Friday, it's the famous Blue Ball Friday lunch, $5 admission, and $4 lunch with dessert buffet. That's on the girls. It has to be seen to be believed. Candy's Route 19, just south of Waterford. Snatch up some fun.
Right now, Black Friday only, the Home Depot has 6-inch fresh poinsettias for just 99 cents. Brighten more of your home for less. In fact, at these savings, brighten the homes of your friends and family too. Come by right now for the best poinsettia deal you'll see all year. Together, we're loading up on Black Friday with 6-inch fresh poinsettias for just 99 cents. The Home Depot, More saving, more doing. Continental U.S. only, valid November 24th only, while supplies last, limit 12 per customer.
Hi, this is Ruth from the Anna Shelter. If this is the time for you to open up your heart and home, there are plenty of pets at the shelter to adopt. You can always check in with the shelter, visit our Facebook page or our website, or send us an email with a particular pet that you're looking for. We have everything from dogs and cats to guinea pigs, ferrets, horses, ponies, you name it, we've got it. If it's not the time to adopt, we'd appreciate your help attending one of our fundraisers, sharing their posts on Facebook, and just generally spreading the word. We also accept donations every day of items that we use every day. Things like bleach, laundry soap, bleach wipes, garbage bags, paper towels, you name it, we can probably use it. Even gift cards for some of your favorite places to shop for local household goods and cleaning supplies. Our wellness centers are open to the public. We provide affordable, quality veterinary care. We provide services from routine vaccines, spay-neuter, sick pet visits, dentals, and other veterinary services. Thank you, Erie. We love being a part of this great community. From all of us at Team Anna.
He went to Jared because the vault is now open for the Jared Black Friday event, November 24th through December 3rd. Take advantage of amazing prices on select merchandise, all hand-picked by Jared's expert jewelers. So be of good cheer and go to jared.com to discover what's inside the vault at the Jared near you. Some exclusions apply. See jared.com for details.
Your invitation to Macy's Thanks for Sharing event is here. Join for $25 charged to your Macy's credit card, then get 10% rewards through December 31st on all qualifying Macy's credit card purchases in the form of a rewards card. That's on top of everyday savings like Macy's offers, sales, and more. Go to Macys.com/thanks or see a sales associate to join today. Exclusions apply. For full program terms and conditions, visit Macys.com/thanks.
Erie Otters action home and away all season long, right here on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Want to experience great live music? Go to LiveNation.com to buy tickets to Pink, Foo Fighters, Jay-Z, Guns N' Roses, Demi Lovato, Maroon 5, the biggest country artists, and more. The greatest concerts to give you the best memories are at LiveNation.com. Get tickets now. What a busy night of Thanksgiving action. 3 football games and wall-to-wall college basketball. And this gentleman won an unbelievable game with his Rhode Island team. 75-74, stunning the 20th ranked team in the nation, Seton Hall. He's killed it at Wagner. Now he's killing it at URI. My buddy, Dan Hurley. Coach Hurley, how are you, my friend? John Jastrzewski, what's happening, bro?
John, what's up, man? Good talking to you again.
Coach, it's good to hear your voice. I see you guys are up to your usual tricks. I mean, you make it to the NCAA tournament last year. You got a bunch of new guys, and you stunned Seton Hall with a buzzer beater. What a win for you guys, huh?
Yeah, it was a great win, and coming into the game, with 2 starters out, and E.C. Matthews, is one of our, 2 best players along with Jared Terrell and Cyril Langevin, who's our best inside player, to go and beat a team like Seton Hall in a hard-played, high-level game, in November. It's reminiscent of what we were able to do against Cincinnati last year at Mohegan Sun, and now we get a big chance against Virginia tomorrow.
Coach, you mentioned that experience from last year playing in some tough non-conference games, and then you go back to the NCAA tournament and the A-10 tournament where you guys won the whole A-10, and then you look at the NCAAs, you give a team like Oregon a run for its money. How much has that experience helped some of you younger players just being on the bench, being in some of those situations, going into this year where they got to take the mantle of being the guys?
Yeah, I mean, until you take over in March, until you play at a high level in March and win a championship and win NCAA tournament games, until you do that, it's hard to get that ultimate confidence, we work hard in our preparations. Our team, I think, plays as hard as any, team in the country. But now we have this confidence from getting over the hump last year where, even with guys out tonight, we had an expectation that, we're going to have a chance to play for a championship on Friday.
Coach, how you feeling about your team this year? Obviously, you're feeling a lot better maybe than you did a week ago when you beat a team like Seton Hall. But do you look at this team as a team that has a chance to make maybe as much noise as the team did a year ago?
You know what? I think our guards, we're so deep at the guard spot, and I think that shined tonight with, some of the performances we got. Jared Terrell, Stan Robinson, Fats Russell off the bench. We have so many guys that can score 15 or more against you, even with EC out. And that's just, and then we have great point guard play with Jarvis Garrett and Jeff Doughton. If we can, get enough from our forwards, enough from our front court players like Andre Berry and Cyril Langevin when he gets back, and Ryan Preston, and we could be as good as last year and potentially be better because, I think this Jared Terrell, EC Matthews, combination, when we're fully loaded, I think it's going to be tough to deal with.
Spending a couple of minutes with the outstanding head coach at URI, Dan Hurley, a stunning 75-74 win over Seton Hall. And, Coach, I know about your ties to the Seton Hall program, and I know you're all in with URI. But was this win extra special at home Thanksgiving night, beating your alma mater? I mean, this has got to go down as one of your signature wins at your time at URI. Is that the case?
It's I think it's a signature win, because of the circumstances of the team coming in, and then just the level of the opponent. That's a team that's, picked to win the Big East or, along with Villanova, picked at the top of the conference. And, in the early season, just to be able to beat a team of that caliber, obviously that goes a long way for our March resume and, for an at-large bid. But I took no joy in it being Seton Hall. Seton Hall, was a place that was transformational for me. I grew and developed into a much better man when I was there, and so many, teachers, administrators, and coaches made such a big impact on my life that, trust me, it wasn't any sweeter. If anything, it makes it a little bit sadder. My son goes there, so. He's a freshman. So
I was going to say, somebody has a happy Thanksgiving, Coach, and then somebody's crying. I mean, listen, somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose, right?
Yeah, that's right, no doubt. But Seton Hall's a special place, and they've got a great team and a great coach, and and probably 3 first-team All-Big East players.
So, Coach, you go from Seton Hall, and now it's the University of Virginia, and Tony Bennett's tough-minded team. You know it's going to be a defensive struggle. I've seen Virginia the last couple of years. Coach, I'm a Syracuse guy, and I think back to that NCAA tournament. And listen, 10 times the amount of basketball that I do. But I saw Syracuse in that Elite Eight game speed up the tempo against Virginia, press them a little bit, and they didn't know how to handle it, quite frankly, because they're so used to playing a certain way. Not that I expect you to give out the game plan on how you're going to try and beat this team, but is trying to push tempo and trying to play fast something that you think will help your guys maybe going into tomorrow night's game?
Yeah, because the thing with Virginia, 100%, John, I think you've got to try to speed them up at both ends of the court, and hopefully we have the guard depth to pick them up full court, even after playing they probably rested guys a lot tonight in a blowout, and our guys played a long, long dramatic game. So, our plan will be to pick them up and pressure them and try to speed them up, out of their offensive system, which like tonight was like perfect. And then, at the defensive end, you want to try to find the shot early in the possession, because the longer the possession goes, the tighter the defense gets, and it's like the noose just tightens. And, so you got to play free. You got to attack them and look for early offense.
Coach, I'm looking at your non-conference schedule. You got Seton Hall, you got Virginia, you got Providence, you got nationally ranked Alabama. Now, was this already predetermined years in advance, or because of the way you guys played last year, you wanted to have as many tough non-conference games as possible going into the A-10? So you have a lot of resume builders here, Coach. I mean, this is an impressive non-conference schedule.
Yeah, I mean, even the game at Nevada that we played, second game of the year, not too many teams would go on the road. I mean, Nevada's a top 30 team in the country and a team that can win 2 games in the NCAA tournament. And, we played a bang-bang game there and had our chances in the last couple of minutes. And it doesn't get any easier from here. Virginia, Providence at home, at Alabama, and then a bunch of teams that have picked to win their league in Charleston, Florida Gulf Coast. But, we just wanted to give ourselves a lot of chances to get impactful wins. I think that's what the selection committee looks at, what teams can win, what teams could beat good teams. And, we're probably not going to win them all. We just need to win enough.
Coach Dan Hurley, Rhode Island, big win over Seton Hall. And, Coach, before we let you go, I know you're a big Cincinnati Bengals fan. I know you got a lot going on right now. You just beat Seton Hall. You got a game coming up against Tony Bennett in Virginia. So I know you could get distracted here with the NFL. But are you ready now officially to bury your Bengals in 2017, or do I still have a pulse?
I'm not ready to do that. Listen, the last 2 weekends, and I blocked that 3 hours out unless we play on Sunday.
That's what I'm talking about, Coach. That's dedication right there. You love those Bengals. I remember that, man.
That's my recharge and my refresh. I worry about someone else's team. And I think that game at Tennessee, they're, a team that's up for these wild card spots. We should have won that game. Obviously, you get the Browns at home. That should be a win. And then, I think Pittsburgh comes in, and, that'll be the litmus test. If we could get to 6-6, I think we're going to get a wild card, and we'll see.
Coach, happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate a couple of minutes. Best of luck on Friday. I'll be rooting for you guys against Virginia because I can't stand them. They've beaten Syracuse way too much for my liking. So I root for you no matter what, unless you're playing my orange. But I will be rooting for you guys like crazy in the studios here on Friday night, all right?
John, I appreciate it, man. It was great catching up.
Coach, you're the best. Good stuff. Dan Hurley, the outstanding head coach, University of Rhode Island. If you remember last year, Rhode Island, one of the darlings of the NCAA tournament. They had a great run. They won the A-10. They won a tournament game, lost a heartbreaker to Oregon, who made it all the way to the Final Four last year. So I wasn't at all surprised that Rhode Island, playing in the preseason NIT, took down the Seton Hall Pirates. Job well done by Dan Hurley. And you know what I love about Coach Hurley? You heard it just there. Not only is he a basketball junkie, he spends 3 hours, if he can, if he has free time, watching his Cincinnati Bengals. So he's a tortured soul like I am with the Dolphins, and like many of you are with your respective NFL teams. Yeah, he's got a bigger job, you know. He's got to try and get into the tournament, win a conference. But when he's got a Sunday off, maybe early practice, 9 to 11, 10 to 12, Johnny Fast, what do? You get that Sunday ticket fired up, maybe crack open a cold one and watch a little Cincinnati Bengal football.
You paint such a nice picture until you mention the team he roots for.
Hey, listen.
They've had some struggles.
They have. At least this team's been in the playoffs each of the last, 4 out of the last 5 years compared to my team.
Better to go to the dance or sit and leave early or get jilted than to never go?
No, I'd rather go. Give me the invite.
I mean, I guess I would too, but you know what? That gets old pretty quick.
As a guy who's only seen his team in the playoffs, 3 times in the last 15 years, I'll take the invite.
And you had some expectations for this year before the preseason.
Yeah, I didn't think they'd make the playoffs. I thought they'd be in the mix. The way this season has gone down, though, has just left such a sour taste in my mouth with the Dolphins. That's the issue. It's not the fact that, they're 4-6. It's how they've gotten to 4-6. After starting off 4-2, that breaks your heart.
Real quick, can I ask you?
You sure can.
Your thoughts watching Jay Ajayi run berserk in his limited opportunities for Philly?
Well, it's not pretty, but I'll tell you this, Fast Ben. It helps when you got an offensive line in front of him.
Oh, yeah, and he's got a good one.
I was going to say,
but I'm saying, as a Dolphins fan that watched Jay Ajayi go bananas last year and break through, and this year, through perhaps no fault of his own, I'm sure he was complicit a little bit from what you hear, he was terrible. Terrible. So I'm wondering, as a Dolphins fan, you see your team grab a 4th-round pick, send him up to a contender, and suddenly he's the happiest guy in the locker room. He's running for 70 yards at a time. I'm just wondering how that feels.
Well, it doesn't sit well. Not going to lie to you. It doesn't sit well. But the Dolphins have far bigger problems than a running back spot. That is the issue. The line, the defense, not showing up in Carolina, not showing up against Baltimore. It's been a tough season, Johnny boy.
Other than that, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say. Aside from that, everything's sunshine and lollipops. 855-212-4CBS. Coming up next, Dak Prescott struggling mightily. Has your opinion changed on whether or not he's a franchise quarterback? I'll give you my thoughts. We'll get to your calls. Update time. Here he is, Johnny Fast.
CBS Sports Radio. Sports Flash.
All right, Johnny, last game of the NFL's Turkey Day triple-header is underway in the nation's capital. In fact, the second half is underway. Redskins and Giants for the latest. Let's check in with Craig Heist.
Well, we got our first touchdown on the board of this game, and it comes by way of Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins throwing a 15-yard touchdown pass to Jamison Crowder moments ago to give the Redskins a 10-3 lead. That's where we stand right now. 5.5 minutes to play in the third quarter, and it was a 50-yard drive by the Redskins after the Giants were backed up deep in their own territory and had to punt. Both teams exchanged field goals in the second quarter, but the touchdown pass by Cousins gives the Redskins the lead. They have the ball back again with 5.5 minutes to play. They lead 10-3.
All right, Craig. Meanwhile, the Chargers blew out the Cowboys earlier today, 28-6, thanks to Phillip Rivers, who completed 27 of 33 for 434 yards and 3 touchdowns. Keenan Allen hauled in 11 passes for $172 and a touchdown. Dak Prescott, meanwhile, a pair of interceptions, one of which was returned 90 yards for a score by Desmond King. Case Keenum hooked up with Kyle Rudolph for a pair of touchdowns as the Vikings won their 7th in a row, holding on to beat the Lions 30-23. Keenum was 21 of 30 for 282. He also had a touchdown run. Matthew Stafford threw for 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. He did injure his ankle late. However, he did remain in the game. College football, it's the Egg Bowl in Starkville, and Mississippi State has finally gotten its first touchdown. They trail Ole Miss 24-13. Story in this one, though, Bulldogs quarterback Nick Fitzgerald left in the first quarter with a gruesome leg injury. To the college basketball top 25 scoreboard, 6 minutes remaining. West Virginia leads Marist 67-62. At the break, it's number 2 Arizona with a slim lead against SMU, 31-30 in the first. 7th-ranked Florida off to a quick start. They lead Stanford 29-17. Elsewhere, Rhode Island took down Seton Hall 75-74, and it was Western Kentucky over Purdue 77-73. I'm John Fass.
Looking for an expert on college football?
We are too.
Gio and Jones, 6 to 9 East on CBS Sports Radio.
CBS Sports Radio.
Catch Erie Otters action home and away all season long right here on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
Maybe the salesperson was telling the truth. Maybe lots of people do love their timeshares and don't mind the higher fees, lack of availability, and added pressure to always buy more timeshare while on vacation. But if your timeshare doesn't fit your life, do what thousands have already done. Call ResortRelease.com to cancel your timeshare today. Resort Release will help you get rid of that timeshare once and for all. They're the nation's most trusted timeshare exit company. A-plus rated and accredited with a Better Business Bureau. ResortRelease.com guarantees to get that timeshare off your hands and out of your life, or you don't pay. That's right, they'll do a free case review for you. It's legal, it's permanent, and the moment that timeshare is gone, you can start planning the getaway you really want. 2018's maintenance fee bill will arrive any day now. Get out now before you pay that fee. Visit ResortRelease.com or call them at 888-308-5955 to see if you qualify. That's 888-308-5955. Call now.
He went to Jared because the vault is now open for the Jared Black Friday event, November 24th through December 3rd. Take advantage of amazing prices on select merchandise, all hand-picked by Jared's expert jewelers. So be of good cheer and go to Jared.com to discover what's inside the vault at the Jared near you. Some exclusions apply. See Jared.com for details.
I'm Scott Tannen, founder of Boll & Branch, where you can get the world's most comfortable sheets for less than half of what you'd pay in the store. Our sheets are made from 100% organic cotton and get softer over time. Even 3 U.S. presidents have Boll & Branch sheets. Try them for 30 nights. If you don't love them, send them back for a full refund. Go to bollandbranch.com today for $50 off your first set of sheets, plus free shipping with promo code DOZE. Spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com. That's bollandbranch.com, promo code DOZE.
Maybe the salesperson was telling the truth. Maybe lots of people do love their timeshares and don't mind the higher fees, lack of availability, and added pressure to always buy more timeshare while on vacation. But if your timeshare doesn't fit your life, Do what thousands have already done. Call ResortRelease.com to cancel your timeshare today. Resort Release will help you get rid of that timeshare once and for all. They're the nation's most trusted timeshare exit company. A-plus rated and accredited with a Better Business Bureau. ResortRelease.com guarantees to get that timeshare off your hands and out of your life, or you don't pay. That's right, they'll do a free case review for you. It's legal, it's permanent, and the moment that timeshare is gone, you can start planning the getaway you really want. 2018's maintenance fee bill will arrive any day now. Get out now before you pay that fee. Visit ResortRelease.com or call them at 888-308-5955 to see if you qualify. That's 888-308-5955. Call now.
Are you behind on your federal student loan payments? You may qualify to have your entire student loan forgiven with one free call. That's right, if you're a teacher, police officer, firefighter, or work for a nonprofit, federal programs are still available to have your entire student loan forgiven. Student Loan Options wants to give you free information on all the programs that can help. Call now, 800-374-0311, 800-374-0311, 800-374-0311.
In the developing world, more than 400 children are born every day with a cleft lip and or palate. In America, these babies have surgery, but in many developing countries, children with untreated clefts live in isolation. They struggle to eat, speak, and even breathe. Many are teased. Some are even abandoned. Help give a smile to these children. Smile Train empowers local doctors to do a simple corrective surgery for as little as $250, and it's 100% free for the child's family. Learn more at smiletrain.org.
Does your basement or crawl space have damp, musty odors? Do you worry about indoor gases and pollutants? Everyday living generates moisture that can nourish mold and odors, even asthmatic triggers. Indoor pollutants linked to respiratory ailments, birth defects, and cancers can become trapped in your home. You can't buy health, but you can buy Wave's moisture control and air quality products. Wave Home Solutions for a dry, healthy home. Satisfaction guaranteed. Go to dryhome123.com. That's dryhome123.com.
I'm Scott Tannen, founder of Boll & Branch, where you can get the world's most comfortable sheets for less than half of what you'd pay in the store. Our sheets are made from 100% organic cotton and get softer over time. Even 3 U.S. presidents have Boll & Branch sheets. Try them for 30 nights. If you don't love them, send them back for a full refund. Go to bollandbranch.com today for $50 off your first set of sheets, plus free shipping with promo code DOZE. Spelled B-O-L-L and branch.com. That's bollandbranch.com, promo code DOZE.
Catch Erie Otters action home and away all season long, right here on CBS Sports Radio 96.3 and 1260.
His own show, his own opinions, his own way.
In this day and age that we're in right now, they want the money. They're not in this to go to college. They're not in this to go to class. 1 in 100 are there for the education, if that. The bottom line is, I don't care if the weather's bad. He's the best coach there is. Bar none, not even close. No one can even go into his realm. And he's making $2 million less than this guy. It makes no sense to me.
This is Pharrell on the bench.
Trusty professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts to help you choose the brakes that are an exact fit for your vehicle. Brands you trust, like Brake Best and Wagner Thermo Quiet. O'Reilly Auto Parts has the brake parts you need at guaranteed low prices. O'Reilly Auto Parts, better prices every day. My goodness, I'm watching this slop fest of a giant Redskin game, and Cousins just threw a ball that hit off the running back's hands, tips right into Jenkins, and Jenkins takes it 60 yards all the way for a touchdown. A giant team that has done nothing offensively the entire game just scores because of an ill-advised throw by Cousins and a ball that honestly should have been caught there by number 34, Marshall. I mean, this game has just been an absolute nightmare. This is a train wreck of epic proportions between the Giants and the Redskins. Shouldn't surprise you, but that's what you get when you have two bad teams playing late into the night here on Thanksgiving. So, with the way Prescott has played each of the last 3 weeks, I do understand that there are going to be some serious questions about his ability to play the quarterback position, about whether or not he is a franchise bona fide star quarterback. My advice to everybody out there, call the Jets if you're going to sell Dak Prescott down the river. Dak Prescott is a second-year starting quarterback. You cannot expect him to be Andrew Luck. You cannot expect him to be Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady. It's not going to happen. Even if you look at Russell Wilson early in his career, Russell Wilson was always the beneficiary of a good running game. He was always the beneficiary of good weapons around him. He always had this all-world defense. And then all of a sudden, he started taking more and more of the onus and the responsibility for leading the Seahawks deep into the year. Prescott is kind of having this crisis right now because the pieces around him are crumbling. When you have everything around Dak Prescott, you saw it last year and you've seen it throughout this year, he could thrive. But if you're going to take away two of his better offensive linemen, you're going to take away Zeke Elliott, that defense isn't going to have Sean Lee, it's not going to look as good. Because guess what? If the Cowboys are going to be a team that throws the ball 40 to 45 times a game, they're not going to win. Des Bryant, not the player he was. Cole Beasley, not as good as he was a year ago. Terrence Williams, why isn't Terrence Williams making plays? Jason Witten, he's a future Hall of Famer, but he looks like a guy that's over the hill with the way he's played this year. So you add all of those things up, it leads to Dak Prescott having performances like we've seen over the last 3 games. He will be fine. This is a rough patch, but I don't think anything will salvage this Cowboys season, which, in my opinion, lost at sea with a 5-6 record, considering the nature of the NFC as a whole. Cowboys are not running the table. Therefore, Dallas ain't getting into the postseason. 855-212-4CBS. Let's lead it off. We head up to Boston. Jim joins us. Jim, you're on CBS Sports Radio. What's going on?
Happy Thanksgiving, JJ.
Jim, I appreciate that, my man. What's on your mind?
Before I talk about the Patriots, how about Syracuse 5-0, huh?
Very impressive start. They've beaten up on cupcakes. You're going to learn a lot more about Cuse this week. Listen, Jim, they're playing good defense. They're a well-coached team, and Battle is a stud. But they have Maryland on Monday.
Yep.
They go to Miami to play Kansas in a neutral site game next Saturday. Then they go to the Garden and play UConn. By the time we hit the middle of December, I will have a much better idea for what Syracuse is. And my hope is it's a simple one. Just find your way into the tournament. I don't need Syracuse to be a 27, 28-win team. I don't think they're that good. Go 9-9 in the ACC. Lose 2 games in a non-conference. Get 20 or so wins. Get a 9-10 seed, and let's see you come March. That's my hope, all right?
Yep. On Brady, now he's got a sore Achilles this week. You know, he took a necessary hit last week. They got a 3-touchdown lead, JJ, in the fourth quarter. What's Belichick got him in the game for?
Listen, I'm not one. I understand that. That's fair, Jim. I can't question Bill Belichick because he's Bill Belichick. You know, he's one of these guys that I'm done trying to figure out the method to his madness. Now, I agree with you. When you're up by 24, 28 points, you should say, all right, Brian Hoyer, time to go in. There's no reason for you to take an unnecessary hit. Now, Brady, I know he's on the injury report this week, and anytime you hear Achilles, it is concerning. But listen, Jim, I'm going up to Foxborough on Sunday, and I can guarantee you this. Tom Brady's going to throw for 300 yards. He's going to throw for 4 touchdowns, and the Patriots are going to let a smackdown against the Miami Dolphins. So I can tell you, from a Dolphin fan to a Patriot fan, you, my friend, have nothing to worry about.
Who's going to play Matt Moore? Who's better option, Matt Moore or Cutler?
Well, right now it's Matt Moore. Listen, I'm done with Jay Cutler. Now, I don't have an issue with the Dolphins bringing him in. I understood why the Dolphins decided to bring him in. He had a relationship with Adam Gase. They played well when he was there in Chicago. You didn't think that Matt Moore would be good enough to get you to 9 or 10 wins. Now, the Dolphins, they have bigger problems than just the quarterback spot. Their offensive line is a mess. Their defense is not played well. Their secondary is awful. I mean, they're not getting after the quarterback. They're just not a very good football team. Yeah. But you thought Jay Cutler was going to give you a much better level of play than what Matt Moore would give you. And the answer to that question so far, Jim, is there's really no difference. And you want to fire up your teammates and you want to play with some passion. Moore is going to play with more passion. Therefore, I'd rather see him play down the stretch of this year.
one last thing, JJ. It comes down to a battle of attrition in this league. Who's got the most guys stand out? I mean, these guys are going down like flies, these injuries, you know.
You're absolutely right about that. I mean, think about the catastrophic injuries that we've had in the NFL this year. From Odell Beckham Jr. to J.J. Watt to Aaron Rodgers to David Johnson to Deshaun Watson. We could go on and on and on. These are not just run-of-the-mill average injuries. These are catastrophic injuries. Losing Aaron Rodgers, I don't care if you're a Packer fan or not, that's a bad thing for the NFL. Like, think about the game you would have had Sunday night. Rodgers and the Packers going into Pittsburgh to take on Roethlisberger and the Steelers. That game's going to do a killer rating. That's a game you're going to stay up all night to watch. Now, it's the Steelers going up against Brett Hundley. You know what a lot of people are going to do? After watching football for 10 hours, after being in their car, driving around Thanksgiving weekend, going to grandma's, going to aunts, going to your uncles, they're going to say, all right, Antonio Brown scored his 2 touchdowns. Steelers up by 21. Halftime, I'm going to bed. Unless the game is good, I'm going to bed. That's a problem for the league. Monday night, you have the Houston Texans on Monday night. How much more fun would the Monday night game be if it was Deshaun Watson going into Baltimore to take on the Ravens? You know what I would say? That's a damn good game. That's a game I'm looking forward to watching. Now on Monday, because it's Tom Savage against the Baltimore Ravens, I can't wait for Maryland to Syracuse. I'll be watching Monday Night Football, wagering, fantasy. I mean, there are always implications beyond just the final score, if you know what I mean. But what will I be more excited about? Oh, it's the Cuse and the Terrapins, no question. 855-212-4CBS. Let's head down to Florida. Our good buddy Larry joins us here on CBS Sports Radio. What's up, Larry?
Hey, Phenom. Hey, what do you think about that decision by Caldwell? They get a touchdown and cut it to 5, and he kicks the point with 14 minutes to go.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I would have gone for 2. Now, the only issue for Caldwell is that Matthew Stafford on that throw got destroyed, Larry, right? Like, he just got absolutely lit up. That I wonder if they were saying, he can't come on the field to run a 2-point play. There's still an entire quarter of football left. We don't want to put a backup quarterback in the game. So, yeah, watching the game at the time and being someone that held the ticket of Lions plus 2.5, I wanted to see them go for 2. Turns out they don't go for 2. And, Larry, in the grand scheme of things, it really didn't matter because the Vikings moved the ball at will. The Lions couldn't get off the field on 3rd down. And Matthew Stafford, even though he made some great throws and the Lions made some great plays, he had Golden Tate wide open.
Right.
3rd down, last possession of the game, would have been a walk-in touchdown. Easy touchdown. He missed the throw. So the Lions simply did not play well enough to win this game. They did not deserve to win this game.
You going to wear your Dolphin gear to Foxborough?
Oh, of course, Larry. Now, listen, I am going to be sitting with a good buddy of mine who is a producer that used to work over at WFAN, my buddy Ray Martell. So I'm going to be with the belly of the beast. I'm going to be with all these Pat fans. And listen, I'll survive. I'm a big boy. I'm a skinny guy. And I'm not a guy that is going to run my mouth, right? Like, I go up to Gillette Stadium. I know my team stinks. I know that the Patriots are holier than thou. So I'm not going to be the guy when the Dolphins pick up a meaningless 1st down with 10 minutes left in the 1st quarter, standing, hooting, and hollering. Like, you have to understand as a road fan, when you go into the belly of the beast, there's a certain way you need to behave. You don't want to be obnoxious where, you're kind of rubbing people the wrong way. Now, if I were built like Arnold Schwarzenegger, maybe I'd say, screw it, I don't care. I'm not. I'm built like a twig. I know that if I run into, some jacked Bostonite who's got biceps popping out of his arms, it's going to kill me. So I know that, Larry.
Did you ask Curly how many playoff wins he's seen?
Oh, Dan Hurley? No, I did not. I didn't want to upset him. Listen, he's my guy. He's nice enough to come on Thanksgiving night, Larry, after they beat Seton Hall. I don't want to rub it in, considering Marvin Lewis and Andy Dalton have won a playoff game.
I think the Browns have won one since them.
It's amazing. Larry, because he's a big Cleveland Browns fan, you know about that dynamic between Cincinnati and Cleveland. There's no love lost between those two teams. So Larry, of course, giving it to Coach. Larry, I can't do that. Anyway, I can't stand the University of Virginia, so I don't want to get on Coach's bad side. And I'm also telling Coach, how to coach his team somewhat. I'm like, you got to press like they did against Syracuse, in that Elite Eight game when I'm screaming, press them, and Virginia didn't know how to handle it.
What year's that?
If you go back 2 years ago, Larry, and I appreciate the call as always, the game I referenced with Coach Hurley, Elite Eight, Virginia had like a 15-point lead on Syracuse. And Syracuse, they're a 2-3 zone team, right? Jimmy Boeheim said, I'm going to press. I'm going to try and get the methodical Virginia Cavaliers out of their element. I'm going to push the tempo. I'm going to try to force them into some mistakes. Worked brilliantly. Forced a couple turnovers. Got some transition buckets. Syracuse against one of the best defensive teams in college basketball. It truly was an Easter Sunday miracle. It'll be a game that is remembered forever in Central New York. Down 15 with like 10 minutes to play. Coming back and winning that game and going to the Final Four in one of the more improbable Final Four runs you'll ever see. And yeah, until Virginia gets to the Final Four, Tony Bennett, that's a game that will forever live in infamy. That makes me happy. Just saying that puts a smile on my face. Sorry, Virginia Cavalier fans. Too much fun. Thanksgiving means food, family, and plenty of football, so go hook up with ForOnTheBench.com. You have wall-to-wall games on Friday. Miami at Pitt, UCF at UCF, Virginia Tech and Virginia, along with 12 other games. Saturday, Ohio State and Michigan, the Iron Bowl with Alabama and Auburn. There's also Notre Dame and Stanford. Sunday, in the pros, Miami, New England, Tampa, Atlanta, New Orleans and L.A., Green Bay and Pittsburgh. Get Scotty's picks for every game in every sport, including college hoops, pro hoops, hockey, boxing, and MMA. We even have daily fantasy rosters in pro football, hoops, and hockey. You get it all for an incredible price with amazing results at ForElOnTheBench.com. So sign up today. 1 hour down, 3 busy hours to play. I want to hear from you. Join the conversation at 855-212-4CBS. Coming up in hour number 2. Who has been the feel-good story of the NFC? Without a doubt, it's the Philadelphia Eagles. We will have the outstanding voice of the Philadelphia Eagles, Merrill Reese, to share some perspective. Carson Wentz, MVP candidate, who's the biggest threat to the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm trying to figure that out in the NFC. The biggest threat to Philadelphia in this conference. Is it Minnesota? Is it the LA Rams? Is it the New Orleans Saints? Or dare I say, is it the Carolina Panthers? You tell me, 855-212-4CBS. So Merrill Reese will join us. We'll have reaction down from Big D after the Cowboys season, as far as I'm concerned, came to a close. Reaction from our nation's capital. Hour 2, JJ, John Jastrzemski, in for Scotty Farrell. It's Pearl on the Bench right here on CBS Sports Radio.
This holiday season, he went to Jared because getting her a blender just didn't sound right. Her ideal gift is waiting at Jared, the Le'Veon Collection. Jared has more exclusive Le'Veon pieces than any other jewelry store in the world. And from November 16th through the 26th, visit Jared.com and you'll receive $100 off any Le'Veon purchase. Sound good? That's why he went to Jared. Some exclusions apply. See Jared.com for details.
Right now, Black Friday only, the Home Depot has 6-inch fresh poinsettias for just 99 cents. Brighten more of your home for less. In fact, at these savings, brighten the homes of your friends and family too. Come by right now for the best poinsettia deal you'll see all year. Together, we're loading up on Black Friday with 6-inch fresh poinsettias for just 99 cents. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Continental U.S. only. Valid November 24th only. While supplies last. Limit 12 per customer.
Welcome to Geico's Motorcycle Meanderings.
Oh man, this is great. I sure saved a lot of money by switching to Geico. Scored some big savings and now I can use their mobile app 24/7 for all sorts of stuff. Life just makes sense now. What doesn't make sense is if we call bicycles bikes and tricycles trikes, shouldn't we call motorcycles Mikes? Maybe a bunch of guys named Mike teamed up and put a stop to it.
Geico Motorcycle. Savings that make sense.
After the turkey's been eaten, the leftovers packed up, and the family's gone their separate ways, it's time for Candy. That's Candy's adult playground, of course. That's right, Candy's is open on Thanksgiving from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. Kickoff